జై శ్రీకృష్ణ. అందరికీ నమస్తే, స్వాగతం. హలో ఎలా ఉన్నారు, ఏంటి సంగతులు? సో నమస్తే, వెల్కమ్. న్యూ కంటెంట్ ఇది కాదు న్యూ కంటెంట్. దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ద న్యూ కంటెంట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ బిన్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఫ్రమ్ some time. First of all, let's do a audio check because yesterday while I'm talking about an important topic, I understood that my audio was kind of low on the stream. So let me know in the comments whether I'm audible. If I'm audible, am I clear? And then how much is the clarity levels? అంటే వినిపిస్తుంటే ఎంత క్లియర్గా వినిపిస్తుంది, అలాగే చెవులకి ఇబ్బందికరంగా ఉండేలాగా ఉన్నదా అని. న్యూ కాదు అలా కాదు. నమస్తే మళ్ళీ గారు. నమస్తే చెరీ. హలో నాని బ్రో. యాక్చువల్లీ మీకు నేను కాల్ చేసి మాట్లాడాలి, సమయం అందలేదు. నిన్నటి లైవ్ సెషన్ మీరు చూసారో లేదో నాకు తెలీదు. 3 గంటల సేపు లైవ్లో కూర్చుని మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. అయితే ఆ తర్వాత మీకు పంపించి ఆ 3 గంటల లైవ్ సెషన్ని 2 times స్పీడ్లో పెట్టి చూడండి అని నేను నా ఫ్రెండ్స్కి, నా ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్కి కొంతమందికి షేర్ చేశాను. ఎందుకంటే 3 గంటల సేపు నేను మాట్లాడిన అనుకుంటే నిన్న చాలా మట్టుకు మ్యాటర్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం. నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ షేర్ చేసుకున్నాను. ఇలా చాలా జరిగింది. అయితే 3 hours అంటే ఇది కష్టం. కూర్చుని 3 గంటల సేపు వీడియో ఎవరు చూడగలరు? అయితే అందులో చాలా విషయాలు చాలా ఇన్డెప్త్కి వెళ్ళి మాట్లాడాను. రాత్రి మళ్ళీ నేను కూర్చుని ఆ 3 గంటల స్ట్రీమ్ని చూస్తూ నాకు అనిపించింది ఏంటంటే, మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు నేను స్లోగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. అయితే నిన్న టాపిక్ కూడా అలాంటిదేలేండి. ఎందుకంటే చాలా విరక్తికరమైన విషయం ఒకటి జరిగింది. సో అందులో ఏంటంటే ఎక్సైట్మెంట్తో మాట్లాడడం, నవ్వుతూ మాట్లాడడం ఇవన్నీ కూడా అవ్వదు. సో అదేంటంటే అక్కడ వాక్కు తాలూకు స్పీడ్, ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ స్పీచ్ డిక్రీజెస్ వెరీ లో బికాస్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ సంథింగ్. హలో హర్ష్, హలో క్రిష్, వెల్కమ్. జై శ్రీకృష్ణ. స్మార్ట్ బాయ్, హౌ ఆర్ యూ? సో నాని గారు లైవ్లోనే ఐ వాంట్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ దట్ వీ నీడ్ టు బీ ఆన్ ఎ ప్యానల్. మనం ఒక ప్యానల్లో కూర్చుని మనం కొన్ని టాపిక్స్ మాట్లాడాలి. నేను మీతో ఆఫ్లైన్లో ఏ టాపిక్ గురించి అనేది ఫోన్లో నేను చెప్తాను, మీరు లైవ్లో రావాలి, కెమెరా ముందు రావాలి నాతో పాటు అని నా కోరిక. మనం ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్లో కొన్నిసార్లు ఆల్రెడీ అది చేసాం. అలాగే ఏంటంటే యూట్యూబ్లో మీరు నాతో పాటు కూర్చుని ఈ విషయాలు మాట్లాడాలి. ఓకే, సిన్స్ ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్, yesterday I forgot completely to share the live message on my Instagram. So let me quickly post a story. Don't mind, I'm doing this on the live session because got to do that after I go live. Okay, so give me just one quick moment. And we are going to talk about a very important as well as sad parts today. I'm not going to make you feel unhappy or sad about it. Whereas this topic that I chose to speak about today is very much necessary. It's a lead cause for a lot of things that should not happen. Unfortunately, youngsters are going through it, middle age. As a matter of fact, every person of different age groups are going through this, and I want to share my experience of how I deal with stress, frustration, depression. Believe me, I'm always angry. Okay, I'm always angry, and then even if I say that I'm not a person who gets very angry easily, that is completely not true. I get angry, I'm angry all the time, I'm like a Hulk. So Instagram, if you want to watch this live session, hop on to the YouTube, onto my YT stream right now and check out the content. I'll be waiting for you guys on my YouTube stream. We are live. My folks are already watching. I kept them on a pause mode and I'm posting this story. So yes, join me on the YouTube live session right now. Okay, let me just quickly post this story and Babu, Instagram, please. Hello. I should have done it while the live is about to begin or before the live begins. I'll take care of this because the topic which I want to touch base on that needs to be addressed. And yes, my promise to you is that I will try to conclude this live session within 1 hour. If needed, I will try to extend it till 1.5 hours. Hello Cherry, hello Nani, hello Krish. How do you cast in Hindi? Brother, I will post a different live session regarding casting. I will invite some panel members. My co-casters need not to be experienced casters yet who are already in the field. Hello Ray. Wow, this is really a beautiful experience, and I'm honored that while speaking about casting, one of my favorite caster is here. So guys, please welcome Reda Bhai. Reda Bhai, आपके साथ ये 2 साल का जर्नी शायद we know each other since 2.5 years. Respect to you, brother. You helped me a lot to get some casting deals as well whenever I asked you, and whenever you had an opportunity that I can utilize, you provided that to me. At the same point of time, while performing a dual casting with you, I learnt a lot from your casting as well. If I'm able to fluently and flawlessly speak before the camera today, you are one of the reasons, brother. Okay, because you gave a lot of feedback which helped me out, and then I worked on it right along with you. Janki Bhai as well provides a lot of feedback to me. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me quickly post this Instagram story, and we will continue this topic about stress, frustration, depression. I'll share a lot of stories with you that happened to me, which may help you to avoid such situations that I went through. So Krishna, please help me, please guide me through this stream. It's needed, it is necessary, and I want to help my brothers and sisters and everyone who is watching to avoid such kind of situations that I went through. And Krishna, you help me to overcome stress, depression, frustration. I know you're smiling because I get stressed easily, I get angry very easily, I get frustrated very easily, and I'm dealing with depression as well. Okay, so help me, guide me, please be with me. Arey, thanks Anaadih bhai, it's your effort that matters, and aap usme already awesome. Thank you so much. Dil se shukriya. Okay. I wanted to do this session, and I have been thinking about this particular topic since a period of almost 1 to 3 months. I'm saying 1 to 3 months because this has been running around right along with some other content creation ideas, and I have been wondering where to start it, how to start it, what should I cover, what should I speak about, because stress is something which every person goes through. I saw some funny Instagram videos where a toddler is saying, Mama, I'm stressed. Mama, I'm stressed. I'm like, how does a toddler even know what stress is? I disagree to believe that a toddler would know what stress is, okay? Unless you reach a certain age, it happened with me. Unless I was, till the time I reached the age of, if I'm not wrong, 15 or 16, I did not know what stress was. I might have went through it for a certain period, and then I understood what stress is when I reached the age of 27, 28. I got frustrated because of those stressful situations, and that led towards depression. It's a process that does not happen overnight. It's a process that happens a minute after the minute. It happens a day after the day, an incident after the incident. Some overcome it in a minute, some overcome that in a week, some handle that through a process of 10 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and it happens, it goes on. Unfortunately, this leads towards frustration. Unfortunately, that leads towards depression. Let me quote some examples. I'm trying to maintain a healthy balance between fun and seriously talking about these situations which impact a lot of people. I'm saying seriously talking about these topics because it impacts a lot of people, so it's not a topic to be made fun of. Yet, in order to cover a lot of aspects involved in streaming, in content creation, we try to create that fun. Okay, I have this very bad habit of explaining everything. I'm also trying to overcome that because that is also impacting my casting career as well. After Namaste, boss JP bhai, kya bhai. This love and affection is so much to digest. Actually, maybe I need to have a Coke or a Sprite or maybe a Hajmola in order to digest this kind of support and love. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, my casting friends, my cast friends are over here. So welcome everyone, welcome. Okay. What is stress? Shall we ask Google? If I ask Google, because of the impact of AI, nowadays, the results are leading towards something or the other. Now, let's understand stress in the form of a live example. What happened, Santa Bro? Nothing happened, bro. We are just talking about stress, frustration, depression. मैं ఇంగ్లీష్ में కచ్చా హूँ भाई देखिए मैं హిందీ में बात कर सकता हूँ నేను తెలుగు వాడిని తెలుగులో చాలా బ్రహ్మాండంగా మాట్లాడగలను నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడితే मेरे हिंदी भाई आके बोलता है कि भाई आप क्या बोल रहे हो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है అదే నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడుతుంటే वही अगर मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे तेलुगु भाई आके मेरे को बोलते हैं कि అన్నా నువ్వు ఏం చెప్తున్నావు నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు సో ఫర్ సమ్ ద లాస్ట్ 10 seconds or 20 seconds again I am explaining things to you. So in order to cover every demographic, in order to cover each and every person, I tend to go ahead and I decided that I should continue my content creation in English so that it is not just limited to Bharat. It spreads across the world, and believe me, it would happen. It will take time. It will take a lot of effort. It will take a lot of frustration. It will take a lot of stress. I might get depressed in this process, yet I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue this, and I'll come up with some more content. After this month, beginning of next month, or maybe in the first week of next month, I'm going to come up with a different content altogether, which is going to be very interesting and very entertaining as well. So be ready, be prepared for that. Mohammad Wajibay, Namaste, welcome. English is fine. Please continue. Nice decision. Thank you so much. I love this appreciation. I love this love. I love this love. Okay, that's kind of slightly cringy, I believe so. Okay. Let's talk about stress. Let me quote some examples. My girlfriend is not responding to my messages. It is stress with frustration. You're getting stressed at the same point of time, you're expressing your frustration. I'm chatting in a group and this guy is like trolling me with some dead emojis, with some donkey emojis, with emojis which I don't like. Anger. Stress. I want to buy this iPhone. Damn, why my salary is not enough to buy an iPhone in this month? Stress. I'm driving my car. I'm going through a very peaceful road. I'm enjoying the scenery around it. I look through my windshield. I'm looking through my windshields. I'm looking at my rear view mirror, through the side mirrors. Everywhere there is a beautiful scenery. Unfortunately, all of a sudden, my car broke down. I had a full tank of gas, yet my car broke down at the middle of the road, at nowhere. For kilometers at a stretch, there is no person who could repair my car. It is a stressful situation. Do you get down your car, break your windshield in that frustration? Will that not lead towards depression because you have to repair your windshield? In your anger, in one of the streams of a famous and very, very entertaining content creator, while sharing something, he went ahead and he broke his monitor. That became a very huge content and that led towards a lot of memes. He was stressed out because he was failing in the game. He got frustrated and then he threw his chappal on the screen. The monitor broke. It happened some time ago. You all know the name of the content creator and he is a very respectful person. I like him a lot. I love him a lot. So I don't have to tell you the name as well. Hello Manisha garu, namaste and welcome. Bagunnanandi meer ella unnaru? Long time. Yes. Anta bro, why are you frustrated? Let me tell you that. Hello Surya Prakash garu, namaste and welcome. Dr. garu vacharu. So if I'm stressed, if I'm frustrated, if I'm depressed, Dr. garu is the right person to give me a medicine for that as well. Now, you're stressed because of X number of reasons, because of Y amount of situations, and then you think, you rethink, and then you overthink about the same, which leads towards depression. That's a state, that's a black hole that you're literally jumping into without you knowing it. It happened with me, it happened with you. You wanted to get a certain job, right? So for that job, you need to have a certain qualification, you need to have an education, a degree, a diploma. While going through your education, you did not fetch that much of grades, score. Back in the day, it was just called as marks for us. So if I get like 90 plus marks in any of a subject, back in my day, it was only called as marks. But nowadays, it's called as a grading system. And I really don't understand the grading system. Yeah, our teachers used to give us like A plus, and those are the grades nowadays, I believe so. Let me ask a question. Am I audible? Am I clear? Is my voice kind of hurting you? Am I extremely loud, or is it an okay, comfortable level? Please let me know in the comments. Hello Somu, namaste and welcome. Happy to see you back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I have been going through a lot of, I have been dealing with depression, not just today, since a decade of time. And I failed miserably through this process, through these years. A decade is a long period. Actually, it is a decade plus. It's a long period. Being in depression for this long leads to mental unrest. It leads to your physical diminish. If you see my pictures from my intermediate days, that is from my +2, you would see a very +2, and my engineering days, you would see a very, very healthy, very strong person who is like approximately 70 to 75 kilos, well built, strong. If you go to my Facebook page, you will see the picture on the cover, like a Bruce Lee. I'm not at all exaggerating this. Now, my body diminished because I went through a lot of stress, I went through a lot of frustration, I went through a lot of depression because of X, Y, Z reasons. Now, why? You did not get the amount of marks, you did not get the amount of grades you were looking at. You did not get 90 plus marks, but you got 60 plus marks. You passed the exam. When I speak about an exam, let me quote an example over here. In my engineering days, there is the subject called as microprocessors. Microprocessor, some subject which ended with that term. Hello Sriram, namaste and welcome. Namaste, welcome. Many of my old viewers are also rejoining the stream, which is very, very beautiful to watch. I'm liking it, I'm loving it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. నేను గుర్తున్నాను, ఎందుకు గుర్తులేరు, అందరూ గుర్తున్నారు, ఎవరిని మర్చిపోలేదు. Now, microprocessors exam, I did not prepare for that subject. I was already detained for X number of years prior to that. maybe I already got detained once before that because I did not have enough number of attendance, even enough amount of attendance. I used to bunk the classes, go out, have chill, relax, fun, do this, that, blah, blah, blah. When I was supposed to be with my books, study for engineering, prepare for it. If I have completed my engineering in 4 years with good grades, with good marks, I wouldn't be stressful. I wouldn't be frustrated. That did not happen. I got detained for 3 years, back to back. I got detained once because of the attendance. Instead of covering the subjects, instead of covering the attendance, I did some other stuff. I went behind a girl. I had some distractions, frustration, leading towards depression. Neither the girl is there in my life today. Okay, I ditched her because I came to understand that, it was not a good thing. Okay, getting deviated from the topic. But yes, that's a situation which can lead towards a stressful life. That's a situation that will lead towards a depression, and almost every person goes through this process. తెలుసు శ్రీరామ్, గుర్తున్నావు పిఎంఎస్ఆర్సి, ఎలా మర్చిపోతాను? Now, what I should have done when I got detained for the first time? I should have regularly attended the classes. I should have taken a tuition. I should have attended the lectures. While attending the lectures, I should have given attention to what the lecturer was teaching in the class. I should have went to the library instead of going out, roaming around, watching movies, etc. Blah, 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 which I did not do. This leads towards low grades, low marks, losing out on a year of college. If you lose an year of your education, it's a big period, a big gap in your resume. How are you going to fill that in your resume? Another reason for huge stress. How are you going to overcome that? What I did during the period, knowingly, unknowingly, what I did during that period, what Sri Krishna ji guided me without me knowing it, without me asking it, is that I saw in a newspaper some freelance kind of jobs. So the first job which I did was a computer trainer. I was studying computer science and information technology, so I was very well informed and educated about technical knowledge about computers, so that helped me to get a small job. The payout was very, very less. It was 1,000 rupees per month, and the first salary which I received in my hand after working for 45 days was 600 rupees. Now, the person over there told me that you're getting 600 rupees only because you approached me and told me in the interview. I told them that I'm here to learn the job. He used that as an excuse to pay me 600 rupees. Stressful situation, yet that was my first job. What makes me happy about that? I took that 600 rupees, I came home, I gave it to my mother. My mother was happy. She didn't say anything because I'm detained in my engineering, 1 year of gap. I earned something, I gave it, it's a happy situation. My mother said, my mother was happy, still happy, because beta kamana shuru kar diya at the age of 23, 22, 23. Now, my mother gave that money to my father. My father looked at me, he gave it back to me. Now, what should I do about this? Confusion in a state of happiness. What should I do with that? I asked my father, Dad, what should I do with this? He said, whatever you want to do. It's your money, it's your earning. Whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. Fortunately, no bad habits back in the day. No, I had some habits back in the day. I used to smoke. I smoke today as well. But yet, my tiny mind, my immature mind back in the day told me that, Santosh, go ahead, purchase a sari for your mother. Now you must have a question that, again, okay, getting back to the topic. Let me not explain everything, okay? What kind of sari could I find? I went ahead, I asked my best friend, Bhaskar. That Bhaskar, we have to go out, we have to purchase a saree for my mother. This is my first ever earning, so it should be a very good gift to my mother. Now, so when I shared this, when I talk about sharing, I forgot that I need to share on WhatsApp. Guys, I also request you to please share this stream on your WhatsApp statuses if possible, on your Instagram as well. It's a humble request. It's a humble request. Not because I want subscribers, not because I want likes, not because I want earning out of YouTube, but because I want to spread this message. I want some other people to get benefited out of this, because I and you, we went through. We don't know how many more go through the same. So this may help a lot of people. So hence I request you to share the stream. Now, so me and my friend, we went to the shop. We told the shopkeeper that, this is my budget. I only have 600 rupees in my hand. So I need a saree for my mother. So a suggestion was so that, go ahead and purchase a cotton saree, because that is what you can get in that budget. We purchased a very good, I wanted to purchase a Bengal cotton saree. Bengal cotton is very costly, expensive actually. Yet I remember that I purchased cotton saree for my mother. Please excuse me. It's very hot and humid over here. I will be sipping a lot of water throughout the process, because it is necessary in order to, water also helps you to combat stress and frustration. Believe me, it does. Because water is form of life. Again, I'm over explaining. Santosh, stop. Now, I purchased the saree. I again, when went back home, I gave it to my mother. I still remember that smile. Beautiful smile, which you can never ever forget. Understand the emotion and the feeling behind it. Okay. Now, I worked there for maybe another month, 2 months. I did not get that much of pay, that much of salary which I was looking for. Hence, I moved on to look for different opportunities. Meanwhile, the detention period was over. So, back to college, back to square one, to studies and all. Now, did I learn from my mistake and did I improve? I did not. So what happened? I got detained for 1 more year. What did I do in that year? I went ahead and I learned multimedia, which is nothing but 3D Max, animation designing, animation using 2D software, 3D software, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, and some other tools. Did I use that anywhere? Yes, I did. It helped me create my own thumbnails on my YouTube channel. Back in the day, and when I started streaming in 2019, I was able to create my own thumbnail. I can proudly say it, thumping my head, my heart, my chest, thumping my chest. What am I saying, man? I'm so proud to say that I created my own thumbnails. I didn't have to spend a penny to get a beautiful thumbnail, because of the knowledge that I gained in that detention period. Chalo. At least some use out of that 1 year. Okay, learned multimedia. Now, did I, when I again went back to the college, did I change myself and avoid such kind of negative situation? No, I did not. I tried till the second semester, till the end of the second semester of the third year. I gave the best attempt. Now, the problem over here is that while doing this, I had a lot of backlogs, more than 20 plus subjects of backlogs. How would you cover 20 plus subjects in a period of an educational period of 8 months? Because the college, the first semester and the second semester would hardly last for 4 and 4 months each, or maybe 5 and 5 months each to the max extent. Keeping the holidays aside, keeping the summer vacation and the other vacation aside and the other stuff. Hey, వామ్మో అన్నయ్య నిన్ను చూస్తే చాలా మంచి స్ట్రెస్ అండ్ ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్ అంట. ఈడున్నాడే, దిస్ ఇస్ మై కజిన్ who just hopped on to the stream. This fellow causes me a lot of stress. Believe me, Lohit Prudhvi, I love him a lot. And so even though he causes a lot of stress and frustration to me, I still love him, I adore him. My lovely cousin, thank you so much for joining the stream. And I'm surprised that since the last 3 to 4 years, I have been telling him to hop on to my stream. And today, he visited, for which, thank you so much. Welcome. Please share this in the family members as well, because it is necessary and it is an essential topic. Yesterday when I was talking about Tirumala Tirupati Laddu, and I shared, he saw my WhatsApp status and he said, you are diverting a controversy. And now that was another stressful situation. This is a topic that is diverting a very, very crucial topic, that is the privatization of Vizag steel plant. Another stressful situation, frustrating and depressing situation for many employees. They are also going through it. So I said that, your live stream of this particular topic is kind of deviating, diverting the focus from the main agenda. I said, how is that going to divert an even more bigger issue? Because Vizag steel plant getting privatized is going to impact thousands of employees. A lakh of people, more than a lakh of people are going to get impacted because of it, who they are dependent on those employees. I mean to say the family members, their children, their direct family members, that is their children, their spouses. Other than that, there are many other people who are dependent on steel plant employees, like in the form of the people who supply milk, the people who supply newspaper. They all would also get impacted. If these employees are staying in a rented home, they will not be able to pay their rent, so they would get ousted out of their home. Probably. They should not. Krishna, please save them, please help them. How is Tirupati Laddu situation going to divert the focus, the heat out of Vizag steel plant privatization, which is even bigger problem than Tirupati Laddu? No, it does not. Yes, I agree, it is a stressful situation. Yes, I agree, it leads to depression. It causes a lot of anger, and you have to be angry about it. You have to get angry about it. Because on one hand, Tirupati Laddu, it is the sentiments, it's the emotions of Hindus. On the other hand, the Vizag steel plant, the jobs are at stake, families are at stake. It is something which you need to get angry about. How can you avoid it? How can you overcome it? From sharing an example from my engineering days, I moved on directly to steel plant because of Lohit Prudhvi. Yes, it is a journey. If you connect the dots, if I studied very well during my engineering, I would have been an employee at Vizag steel plant today. Dealing with computer networks, dealing with the entire network administration team, or probably creating a software for Vizag steel plant in order to achieve more productivity. Did that happen? No, it did not. This did not happen because I did not study. Is that a cause because of this happened? Yes, it is, because it's a direct line. I could have been sitting in USA today. I've been sitting in USA today, probably in the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is a very, very old term, yet try to understand what I'm trying to refer you to. Even if it is not in the USA, maybe I'm sitting at Bangalore today, or maybe at Hyderabad today, performing a very, very good job which pays me more than a lakh. or maybe even more than 10 lakhs a month, or maybe a CTC of 50 lakhs a year, or even more than that. Did that happen? Because this did not happen. Why is it was going through? Now, if I look at this perspective, it's a stressful matter and it leads frustration, and that entirely leads me towards depression. Thank you that I did not study engineering and I did not get a job at Vizag Steel Plant. When I spent 4 years in college, and then so my engineering began at the year 2001. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say that I got my job at the year of 2005 or 2006. So that's what, from then till here, it's almost like 2 decades, an year or two short of 2 decades. So for 2 decades I worked at Vizag Steel Plant, and then I earned a very, very good position. Or maybe I worked in USA, or maybe I worked at Bangalore. For these 2 decades I earned a very good position. I earned a very, very huge CTC per year, and my take home is so much that I can easily buy one iPhone every month. I can even gift one iPhone to everyone in my family. Hyderabad manade anna. Hyderabad. Just making a little fun out of it. Now, I did not do my engineering. I did not get a job at Vizag Steel Plant. I did not get a job at USA. I did not get a job at... I worked at Hyderabad, by the way, for a certain period, which I will share. I'm trying to keep it short, so I'm not going through a lot of examples. Address bit. Niku address teliduga. Okay. I did not complete my engineering. I did not get a job at Vizag Steel Plant. I did not get a job at USA. I did not work at Bangalore. Though I worked for an year of time at Hyderabad, that was a beautiful, not year of time, maybe 3 to 4 months, approximately that period. Half an year, let's conclude with half an year. Lock it at over there. Let's not make it complex. Half an year of time. I enjoyed that stay. Okay, I did not complete engineering. I did not get all these jobs. Had I been at Visakhapatnam Steel Plant today, what is my situation as of now? Hypothetical thought process. Had I completed my engineering and had I been at got a job at Visakhapatnam Steel Plant today, do we need an engineering degree to understand the criticality? Do you? Do I? Are you? You know you did not. I already quoted an example. A person loses a job. If I lose my job today, which happened to me in 2019, I lost a job wherein my take home was 40,000 rupees per month. After every deduction, my take home was 40,000 rupees per month. My taxes used to be 10 to 15,000 every year, and more than that at times as well, because of the bonuses, because of the perks, etc., etc., etc. I lost my job in the year of 2019. Till 2019, I was able to completely provide my family members with each and every expense. Let it be rent, let it be electricity, let it be the milk bill, let it be the newspaper bill, let it be the cable, let it be new clothes, let it be a new vehicle at home. I was able to provide for each and everything to my family. At 2019, I lost my job. I should say that I got frustrated. I went into a depression where I wanted to perform suicide. So I left that job. Suicide is a heinous crime. In Hindu Dharma, it says Mahapatakam. Atmahachya Mahapatakam. Something, some energy, some force stopped me from doing that. I'm happy that I lost my job. I can proudly say, I can shout on top of my lungs, and I can happily say that I lost my job because I'm alive today. In that depression stage, if I committed suicide, what would have happened to my family? Wouldn't my family go through stress, frustration, and get depressed about it? Isn't it a chain reaction? Because one person lost his job, an entire family is suffering. How will my parents survive? They are 60 plus years old. My brother, what will happen to him? Me and my brother, we hardly speak with each other. We have a lot of fights. Yet, the love is there. It's like Setamma Vaketlu, Sirmala Chettu, same story. Me being Venkatesh, him being Mahesh Babu. Same story. I lost my job, I got into depression, or maybe I was feeling a lot of depression at my job. I performed suicide, and then what happens to all these guys? Hypothetical situations. I'm not trying to scare you guys. This is reality of life where every person goes through it. You read in your newspaper, when you are watching news, you see these stories that a kid, unfortunately, did suicide. 10-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, they are kids. Unless they cross the age of 18, the government says you need to be around 21 in order to say that you are an adult. Even in our constitution, it's written that you have to be of a certain age in order to be tried as an adult. If you are not of a certain age, you will not be tried as an adult. So, till that age, everyone are called as kids. And there is one more word. Lohit Prithvi, tell me what is that word? Not teenagers, buddy. Before the tenure, I'm not saying, talking about teenaging. There is one more word related to it, which expresses very, very wisely about the transformation of a kid into adulthood. Okay. All right, let's not get deviated. Anna born with silver spoon. Nena. I'm actually born with a golden spoon, buddy. I can proudly say that as well. If I say I'm born with a golden spoon, the income tax department will come in and then, perform a raid at my home, and then they will realize that actually this guy needs a bank loan today. And they will recommend my name to the bank saying that, okay, go ahead, give a loan to Santosh, okay, because he's already stressed, frustrated and depressed. In reality, thank you so much, Krishna, that I'm born with a golden spoon. Going back to studies. That is the period where we are introduced to stress because you did not get good grades. Your parents are behind you saying that you వర్మ గారు అబ్బాయికి 90 మార్కులు వచ్చాయి, శర్మ గారు అబ్బాయికి 80 మార్కులు వచ్చాయి, నీకెన్ని వచ్చాయి? ముష్టి 50 మార్కులు. You understood. I don't have to translate this. This is a situation that happens at every home. Parents need to stop doing this. If your kid is unable to get X amount of marks in your exams, understand your kid. There is a very, very beautiful movie called as Tare Zameen Par. Watch it. Beautiful movie, emotional movie. I cried in that movie. Then there is one more movie called as Stanley Ka Dabba. Watch that movie. Another beautifully written, directed, produced movie. You will understand what a kid goes through. Then there is one more movie which recently released that is OMG 2, where a teenager gets bullied. There are n number of reasons that your kid is not getting good marks, that your kid is not getting good grades in school and colleges. Understand the reason, understand the underlying factor behind it. Ask your kid. Speak to your kid. Your kid is literally literally begging you for attention. There is a big problem that is facing, because of which he is not getting good grades, good marks. Be it in school, be it in college, be it in engineering and degree, blah, 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 blah. That's about kids. What about adults? With whom will an adult go ahead and speak with when he is facing a lot of stress at his office because of certain type of colleagues? I'm not saying every colleague is bad, every office is toxic, every professional place is filled up with negative energy. No, it does not. When I ditched engineering, I'm very true to say that people are now inclined towards technology. What's your take on that? I think today's topic and this particular topic is actually very good comment and a very good question as well. Give me a couple of minutes in order to touch base on that. Because technology as well adds a lot to your stress, frustration and depression. In a stressful, I'm just touch basing because my cousin, I know he is a very intellectual person. Since I'm on a social media, I cannot completely share everything. So certain things need to be private. Why am I trying to explain? Santosh, you need to stop doing this. I need to stop explaining everything. Okay. If I'm not saying something, it means that it is private. I don't have to explain it. Okay. This is correction. This is self-correction. I'm trying to self-correct myself, self-correct my own mistakes. Okay. Technology is a very leading factor towards depression as well, because in a state of stress, in a state of frustration, you will get attached to your screen. For example, I'm talking to you guys here, but look at what I'm doing on my mobile. Because of okay. You will hardly see only a partial screen, but you can understand that there is a game that is running on the screen. This is how badly I'm attached to the screen. Are kanpichara? I think you understood already, okay, what I wanted to say. So no need to unite again. This is how badly we are attached to the screens, to technology. Yesterday night, I could have slept very peacefully, because after concluding yesterday's live session about Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam Laddu, I was at a, though that frustration was kind of continuing in the back of my head, still, you know what, I was trying to put certain feelings aside, trying to shove them away and try to be peaceful. I'm Govinda Namani Japistunanu, Govinda, help me conquer this anger, help me get out of this emotional state. We know we did Mahapatakam by doing XYZ things with your prasadam, and I was trying to even dig deeper into how that situation happened, how that adulteration happened, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I was looking at videos. Meanwhile, my mother came and said that, you need to have food, and I had my dinner. After that, when I completed my dinner, my mother told me that instead of, looking at all these videos, getting even more frustrated, take rest, sleep, please sleep. Karke, she left my room. She was tired as well, went through a lot of work, a lot of stress all through the day. Now even she needs a lot of sleep in order to work the next day. She can get frustrated and angry because I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating on time. Yet my mother kept calm, suggested me to do something, then calmly went to her room. She does her prayer before she goes to sleep, and then she falls asleep. All through the day, she went through a lot of work, tired, falls asleep. 60 plus years old, parents. Happens. What am I doing over here? In that sheer frustration, I'm looking through more videos. I stayed awake all through the night, and in the morning somewhere around 10:30 a.m. I slept. I woke up by 3:30. The moment I woke up, I woke up to the sound of the alarm. At the same point of time, I woke up to a notification on WhatsApp. My usual practice, hello Sri Harsha, namaste and welcome. My usual practice when I wake up is, I look at Vigneshwara Swami, then I look at Sri Krishna, then I look at Shirdi Sai Baba. I offer my prayers. Even that happens on the mobile screen only, because that is what available. The moment you wake up, it is right next to you. That it is a technology that is right next to you. When I looked at the notification, I got stressed, I got frustrated, because there was a message demeaning me in a WhatsApp group. Certain people were talking trash about me in the WhatsApp group. I got stressed, I got angry. I wanted to thrash them left, right and center. I controlled myself, taking a deep breath. Om. 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 Energy needs to flow. Anger is an energy. It needs to flow out of you in some manner. When I chanted Om, did you feel a vibration in your body? If you did not, sit down calmly, chant Om, and maybe in the later time, text me and tell me if you felt that vibration. Because energy is flowing through your body. Anger is an energy which needs to be let go. You should not do something when you're angry. I controlled my anger. I controlled my emotions when I saw those messages in the WhatsApp group. I stayed neutral towards it and I answered it, which led towards more reactions. I was speaking about something which will help a lot of people, yet there will always be fools and idiots around you. No matter where you are, these fools and idiots will bring you down to their level. You are intellectual, you can think. That fool and that idiot cannot think. That fool and that idiot cannot contemplate the situation. Who's getting stressed? Who's getting angry? I'm getting stressed, I'm getting angry, you're getting angry. బ్రహ్మానందం అని అంటాడు, నవ్వుకుంటాం. ఆ కోపంలో ఏదో అంటాడు, మనం నవ్వుకుంటాం చూసి. అక్కడ బ్రహ్మానందం చాలా చాలా కోపంగా ఉన్నాడు, కానీ కామెడీ చేస్తున్నాడు. బట్ వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇస్ వీఆర్ లాఫింగ్ ఎట్ హిమ్ బికాస్ దట్ ఫెలో ఇస్ డూయింగ్ కామెడీ. నౌ సమ్వన్ ఇన్ ద వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ వాజ్ లాఫింగ్ ఎట్ మీ. ఐఎమ్ ట్రయింగ్ టు టీచ్ సంథింగ్, ఐఎమ్ ట్రయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ సంథింగ్, బట్ దీస్ గైస్ ఆర్ లాఫింగ్ ఎట్ మీ. At my expense, someone is laughing at me. What is my expense over here? My blood is boiling. I am getting angry and someone is laughing at me. Why should I allow that free entertainment to someone? To get entertained, you have to go to IMAX, you have to go to INOX. Buy the ticket ఎంతరా ఇప్పుడు టికెట్లు 300 500 మినిమం ఐనాక్స్లో. వాట్ ఈస్ ద లీస్ట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ టికెట్ which can get you an entry? Let me know in the comments. Right, let's say 300 rupees, 300 rupees, okay, with that popcorn, with that coke, etc, all added together, it is like 500 600 or maybe even 1000. Those idiots, those fools are getting free entertainment because I am getting stressed, I am getting frustrated. And if I think and if I overthink and if I rethink and then think more about it, I will get into depression. Is this necessary? Technology is supposed to help you in your day-to-day life. This is technology, this camera is technology, it is helping me to reach out to you guys. This computer, this set of gaming equipment is helping me to convey my message To you guys who are going through stress, frustration and depression, what am I getting out of this? Maybe a little bit of earning. While talking to you guys, I'm also earning knowledge. Because when you talk about a certain topic, and if there are intellectuals sitting right along with you, it leads towards a discussion about the topic. And when we discuss about this topic, probably a solution will emerge out of it. The others who are watching you, the others are sitting right along with you, they will also share their experiences, which is in turn a learning experiences for me. Jai Shri Krishna. So, how did I use that anger? I'm sitting right in front of you and I'm speaking about it. This is how I used that anger and that frustration. That energy needs to flow out. Anger is an energy, that anger, that negative form of energy. I'm wrong to say that anger is a negative form of energy. It is considered as a negative form of energy because the outcome of anger, the actions that you do in anger, leads to a lot of negativity. Hence, people consider anger as a negative form of energy. As a matter of fact, anger is nothing but Agni. Speaking spiritually, our bodies are made of 5 elements. You know what are the 5 elements? Agni. Fire is one amongst it. There is a constant burning fire inside you. How you use that fire, how you use that anger, how you use that frustration is going to depend on your thought, on the action that you take in that 1 second. I could have typed, I could have been a keyboard warrior. Why did you blast me like this? Why did you use that emoji? Why did you say that I did not. I stayed calm. I wrote a lengthy text. And then I got some more responses out of it. I said how Krishna helps me about it. I'm talking about spirituality in that WhatsApp group where there are some idiots and fools. Again, idiots and fools will pull you down to their level because they cannot match your level of intellect. They cannot match your level of communication. They may not possess that amount of knowledge that you possess. Only you and you alone know what knowledge you possess, how intellectual you are. You can go online and perform an IQ test and could understand what is your intellectual score. My intellectual score would be somewhere around 10 for sure. Even a kindergartner would have more IQ than me. For sure. I can guarantee about that. Because I need to go through a lot of transformation process. I need to conquer a lot of situations in order to reach a higher intellectual level. The intellectual level where I am right now is not enough for me. I know what I'm lacking. I know what I need to cover. I know what I need to patch. Stress. My head is aching. Because something happened. Because someone did something. Why I am allowing that situation to impact me and get stressed about it, get a headache. And then I have to take a pill for that headache. Will that pill directly reduce the pain? Will that pill solve the headache? The root cause of that headache is the stress. You got stressed because someone said something, someone did something, you thought about it, you looked at it a different perspective, you saw a negative picture. You formulated something else out of it. You watched, you made it into a big movie and you got stressed out of it. Rihanna, అరుస్తున్నావు నువ్వు చర్చ్లో పాస్టర్ చిపా. I need to shout, I need to be vocal about it. This situation just happened a couple of hours ago. What I did about that situation is, I wrote this title, How to Avoid Stress, Frustration, Depression, and how did I use my anger. This is the link, go in and watch. This is something I'm trying to convert a negative situation, a situation which leads towards stress, into a positive situation which will help me fetch something else in the future. Future is irrespective, it did not happen, I don't know what I'm going to fetch, but this is definitely going to lead towards some situations and it will pave a path towards a different future altogether. What I'm going to do today is going to impact tomorrow. What I'm going to do in this particular minute, the comment which is going to happen in the next couple of minutes is going to impact this entire stream. And the moment I say that, hello, namaste, welcome, please don't call me sir, I really don't like that word because of what I faced in engineering. This is one more situation which every student goes through, ragging, stressful situation which led to a lot of suicides. Many bright individuals who could have changed the future of Bharat are lying in graves. Unfortunate situation. Why did that happen is because of the ragging at engineering. They asked me to call them sir. I refused to do that. That led towards more ragging. I did not commit suicide. Thankfully, my upbringing, Krishna saved me. In the stress of ragging, it's not just engineering where you get stressed. It's there at every educational institution or every form of graduation that you go through, let it be BCom, BSc, degree, some other diploma, etc., etc. Educational institutions today are not looking at the mental health of a student. Parents are not understanding why a kid is unable to get good marks and good grades. Example, I'm very good at maths till 10th because in 10th, my maths teacher, whenever I asked him a question, he gave me a very good explanation. He told me, he explained it in a way that I get a holistic picture about a theory, about a formula, and how to utilize that formula in order to complete a problem, in order to solve a problem. Those were the teachers we had. The period of my education, it was completely different. It was not like Gurukulas. We have, thankfully, there are Gurukulas in Bharat today which are actually teaching the students what they are supposed to be taught in order to be a good individual, in order to be a successful person in life. Education is not just limited to books. Back in my school days, I remember that, I had to carry 6 copies of classroom books and then 6 copies of homework books, 12 copies of books, 12 notebooks in my backpack. Along with that, some more textbooks, and then some other books as well, right along with. The bag used to be this big. It used to weigh like 2.5 or 3 kgs. A kid who is between the age group of 5 and 10, how will that kid carry 2.5 to 3 kgs of a backpack on his back? Is it not a strain on their back? I have very bad backache issue. My name is Santosh Goka. On the screen, I'm known as Santa. Santosh, In the life of Santosh, there is hardly Santosh. There is Santosham. There is Santosham. I find Santosham in even the smallest, the tiniest of things. Thank you so much, Tulsi, for making me laugh. Students get stressed at the age where they are supposed to learn, where they are supposed to play, where they are supposed to enjoy life. Unfortunately, these students, these kids are going through stress. Namaste and welcome, Shaumitra bro. Namaste and welcome, Amshi Madhuri bro. I am very, very good. Thank you so much for joining the stream. At the tender age where a kid is supposed to enjoy his childhood. I'm not even saying that a kid is supposed to enjoy life. Yes, it's a part of it. At the tender age, between the age groups of 5 till 10, those are precious years. My father enrolled me into kindergarten when I was like 3.5 years. It was told to me several times by my mother. Now what happened because of it, I was not of the age group where I could attend kindergarten, start going to school. That led towards a lot of health issues. I used to fall sick, get fever constantly, day after the day. So it's like a process that fever, hospital, home, recovery, school, again fever, hospital, home, recovery, back to school. When this happened a couple of times, thanks to those great doctors back in the day who understood, recognized the root cause of my fever and suggested my parents that you are not supposed to take him out of the school. This is not the age where he is going to attend. This is not the right time for him. Take him out. Karke, that doctor suggested. Thankfully, my parents understood about it and pulled me out of school. And then maybe when I was like 4.5 or maybe 5, I remember it was 4 or 4.5 where they re-enrolled me into kindergarten. Imagine this, you are 4.5 and a 5-year-old. Everyone was 4.5 and 5-year-old kid. No one can say that I was never 4.5 and 5-year-old kid. So till the time you cross the age group of 4.5, 4 till the time of 11, there is a significance between these numbers 4 and 11, because when you cross 12, you enter teenage. It's a different stressful life altogether. But between the age groups of 4 till the time you cross 12, you are going through a beautiful phase where you're supposed to enjoy your childhood. We used to enjoy our childhood climbing trees, playing football in an open ground. I was never good at cricket, yet we played cricket. We played cricket with coconut branches. Didn't even had a proper bat, a proper wooden bat which you can purchase at a sports store. My father's earning, back in the day, my father's earning, or as a matter of fact, everyone around, they did not have that much of earning that we could go ahead and purchase a proper cricket bat. So we used to play with coconut branches. You wouldn't understand. We had to chop it off, make it like a kind of bat, and then again, I'm over explaining. Santosh, I have to stop. I have to do it. Okay, so play with a coconut branch tree, the coconut branch bat, and a rubber ball. This is the kind of childhood we had. If not football, if not cricket, we used to play marbles. గోలీగాయలతో ఆడుకుండేవాళ్ళం. కంచెలు అంటారు, కొన్ని చోట్ల కంచెలు అంటారు. ఆ గోలీగాయలతో కూడా 2-3 రకాల ఆటలు, 2-3 type of games which are involved with marbles. In the modern times, the marbles and the game that you know is like, it's like a discus in which there are a small, you can't even call them holes, but they are dips. It's approximately 20 or 30 dips in which you have to place the marbles, and then you have to counter your opponent picking off one marble at a time. But the marbles which we played was in the open grounds under the sun. Even when it was raining, we were playing marbles. Like ting, goli ting, and you put the marble over here, and then propel it towards a different marble. This is the kind of childhood we had. We used to climb tamarind trees, pick off tamarinds, raw tamarinds. It's not even chinta pandu. It didn't even get converted into fruit, because if it converted into chinta pandu, it would taste differently. Look what stress, frustration, anger does to you and your body. Did you see? This is what stress, frustration, anger does to your body. The heat that is getting generated inside me, the fire that is burning inside me, is being cooled down with the sweat. Now, I have to again drink water, cool down, calm down myself, and then we continue. Now, what is the kind of childhood that a kid has today? Because of the green screen, I can't even change the camera as of now, because that will entirely change the streaming setup. I have seen a Instagram video where a 60 plus years old lady is asked a question that, is your kid behaving in this manner? The video continued, wherein like 4-year, 5-year, 6-year-old kids are attached to iPads, and if you remove iPad out of their home, out of their hands, they are like jumping in anger, in frustration, banging their heads onto the wall. Different kids from different countries. It's not like kids from only one particular country, only from one particular region. It's like from different countries, from different regions, from different kind of backgrounds and upbringing. 4-year, 5-year-old kid, what is the necessity that a 4 and a 5-year-old kid needs? Why do they need iPads? Why do they need screens? నేను కూడా మీ నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్ సిరీస్లో పుట్టిన వాడినే కానీ కోకోనట్ పాట్ తయారు చేసిన బ్యాట్తో ఆడిన ఫెంటాస్టిక్, ఫ్యాబులస్. సో వంశీ మధురి అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎంజాయ్మెంట్ వీ యూస్ టు హ్యాడ్ when we were childs, between the age group of 4 till 12. Before 4 years, you are constrained to your home. It's only your parents. Again, let me quote this: in order to bring up a child, you need a village, is a saying in different parts of the village. It takes a village to bring up a child. Why? To avoid stress, frustration, depression. Back in my day, when I entered this realm on Mother Earth, I was surrounded by many uncles. My uncles were not married, so I did not have aunts. But yes, uncles, grandfathers, grandmothers. At my mother's place, so it was my maternal grandfather and grandmother, and then my maternal uncles. Okay, so till a certain age I was there, and then from there back to my father's home, again surrounded by uncles, another grandfather, and my paternal grandfather and my paternal grandmother. Right along with that, we stayed in a quarters, wherein, on a single floor, it's 4 homes. So every home had their own couples, their own children. So it was kind of like a small village. So the age, the back in the time when I was brought up, I was surrounded by many people. So if my mother is unable to take care of me, is unable to nurse me at a certain time, not about nursing, not about feeding milk and all. When I say nursing, attending to a kid, a newborn, It requires a lot of things. Today you change diapers. Back in the day we didn't have diapers. It's like a cloth that used to be, the name diaper was not even there. It's just a cloth that is around your private. A lot of things. You need to bathe the kid, you need to feed the infant. So this required a lot of people. If my mother had to go through had to perform the daily activity, someone else would have been carrying me. So there were like many people around me who took care of me. How did this help? My mother, thankfully, because of all these people, my mother did not have to go through post-menstrual syndrome. Google about it and you would understand. Unfortunate situation which also leads towards depression in new moms. Thankfully, because of all these people surrounding me, that did not happen. Thankfully, because of all these people, my mother was able to perform her daily tasks and then come back to me, and then we used to play between the age groups of 1 and 4. And from 4 years old, the outside world, the world which was inside the borders of quarters. I did not know the world outside the borders of that particular quarters. Namaste Karma Queen Gar. Namaste, welcome. Chandingla, thank you so much. So outside those borders of the quarters, there was a huge world which I did not know till that time I entered my 9th standard. So till this time, I was never forced to get my parents used to tell me that if you get good marks, it is good for you. Which happens in every household, which happens with every student. Yet, thankfully, my parents never forced me to get 90 marks. They never told me. There were instances where my father used to share that, my colleague's son got this. This is a very, very common dialogue which is there in every household, that वर्मा जी का बेटे को 80 मार्क आ गया, शर्मा जी का बेटे को ऐसा जॉब आ गया, उनकी बेटी को ऐसा दामाद मिल गया, वो चले गए यूएस में, तू बैठ गया इंडिया में, तू अभी भी बैठा है 50 मार्क लेते हुए, जस्ट मार्क, पासिंग मार्क यू आर गेटिंग. In South Indian families, what you are getting, ma? Only 30 marks, only 40 marks, just pass. When you are getting only 50 marks, is that all? This is South Indian families. I'm just trying to lighten up the situation with just a little bit of diversion. It's a very common. Thankfully, at my home, that did not happen. So I was away from all the stress of getting only X number of marks. Thankfully, unfortunately, many students, they are going through it, that they are forced to get good grades, that they are forced to get 90 marks, and if they are not able to get 90, the kid who is already getting 90 marks is being forced to get 95 and 99. The kid who is already getting 99 marks is being asked, why did you not get that 1 mark? Is it fair? The kid who is supposed to enjoy childhood is being sent through all the stress. Imagine how bad impact is being laid into their minds. Is it good for that kid? Let's talk about teenagers. My girlfriend did not message me. 13 years old girlfriend. Okay. My girlfriend did not reply to me. WhatsApp, that double tick is in grey. Santa, bro, she did not see my message, bro. I asked this guy, when did you text her? Santa, bro, 2 minutes ago. Are Baba, at least give her 3rd minute or 4. Maybe wait for 10 minutes. She may reply to you. 10 minutes later, Santa, bro, my girlfriend did not reply. My girlfriend did not even see my message. In reality, on the other side, that girl, Santa, bro, I'm purchasing a t-shirt for my guy. What color should I choose? She is sending some pictures to me, and this fellow over here, Santa bro, that double tick not, okay? She did not even see my message. He does not know the reality, and the time he understood what is the reality, what she was actually doing, he was like, Santa bro, my girlfriend bought me a t-shirt, a new t-shirt. He is happy. 10 minutes ago, this guy was like stressed. I was crying. 10 minutes later, this guy is jumping in joy. Look at the way the situation has turned from one to the other. Right? Okay. Just like model. Your girlfriend, for teenagers, if you have a girlfriend, I'm sorry ladies, and sorry guys, my apologies, because what I'm going to say next may hurt a lot of people, but this is truth. This is truth. Before you cross a certain age, what is the necessity to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Your mind is not yet matured enough to handle a relationship. Let's say 24 years old, 25 years old, I mean to say that you have just completed your education, your engineering. When you're just fresh out of engineering, you're what, 24, 25, right? Some very fortunate and some very intelligent children, they complete it at the age of 21 and 22 because they have skipped some grades and then they got promoted. Okay, whatever it is, 24, 25, an age where you have a certain level of maturity, so you can go ahead and explore the next stage of life in the form of a companion, in the form of a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Prior to that, prior to 24, when you are in teenage, between the age groups of 13 till 19, dangerous stage I'm saying, because this is the age where you get exposed to a lot of factors which can mold, turn, twist you into an entirely different person. 13 till 19 is the phase where a person is getting changed. They say that a kid is a white paper and you can write any story which will lead towards something else. In life, all the experiences give how to behave with people. That is also an advantage. Absolutely well said. Between the age group of 13 and 19, you don't need a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It's actually a distraction. Chalo, theek hai. For the person who does not get distracted, for the person who does not get deviated from education, having a girlfriend or a boyfriend is good enough. And if the girlfriend or a boyfriend is even matches your intellect level, it's like an add-on to your life, because you can discuss your problems with that girl or a boy, find a solution to the problem, and it is actually helpful. Other than that, a girlfriend or boyfriend is actually leading to more stress between till the time you reach 24, 25. I'm saying 24, 25 because after that it's a different phase of life altogether, that you start exploring your professional life. Before that, not needed, not necessary. I faced it. I faced the negativity of having a girlfriend while I was at engineering, because I got distracted. I could not complete my engineering. Since I did not complete my engineering, I'm not sitting in USA. I'm not sitting in Hyderabad. I'm not sitting at Bangalore performing a software job. Or maybe I did not join Vizag steel plant. One stress. Now today, let's say that back then I did not complete my engineering. I did not get a job at Vizag steel plant. Thankfully, I'm so thankful that I did not complete my engineering, because if I had been doing a job at Vizag steel plant since the past 2 decades, today I had to look at a different job. It's a stressful situation. It's a frustrating situation. My family will get impacted because I'm going to, if the company gets privatized, unfortunately, steel plant employees are not getting salary since couple of months. Unfortunate situation. They don't know what to be done. They may have a certain amount of savings in their bank, but how long will they survive on those savings? When I lost my job in 2019, I had a considerably good amount in my bank, and that helped me cover my expenses for a period of 1 to 2 years. And after that, in between this 1 to 2 years, thankfully Krishna helped me to groom me to create a lot, to become as a content creator. Thank you so much to PUBG and PUBG PC in order to fetch a lot of audience. Thank you so much for YouTube, which helped me get some audience, who helped me in turn with my finances in the form of donations, in the form of chat, and then the form of super chat, etc., etc., etc. Not just this. Then I explored Facebook, then I explored Twitch, then I explored some other social media platforms, from where as well I had a source of income. One particular day, I called my mother and I showed the dollar amount on my Facebook revenue page, and she was happy about it, that my kid, even if he does not have a proper job, even though he lost his job in 2019 again, he rose up. He did not stay in depression, and that he climbed up the ladder, and again you can see the dollar amount on the screen. Thank you so much, Krishna, for this journey. Had I stayed at the depressing stage that I lost my job and did something that could have negatively impacted my family, it could have been a different today. It could have been a different today. How did I overcome all this? Going back to teenage, we already explored childhood. How to avoid stress at childhood? Allow the kid to play in a playground, or maybe if you are constrained to the four walls of your home, create a small playground in your home. Don't you have those play pits that are available on Amazon, Flipkart, etc.? Don't you see a lot of videos on YouTube and Instagram where people are explaining about how you could entertain your kid? When I'm saying kid, I'm referring to the age group between from infancy till 12 years. Because the moment the kid turns to 13, there is a physical change, there is a psychological change, and the kid no more is interested in toys and all, and is exploring to something else. Technology is not an answer to this. Please avoid your kids from looking at mobile screens and iPad screens. It's a negative impact. You see that, I have a big glasses on my face because, I actually have physical issues because of which this happened. But on the other hand, if a kid gets spectacles, it's because of all these screens that will look at it for a lot of time. My power increases because I look at the screen in a dark room instead of sleeping at the night. Technology is good till it is used properly, till a certain amount of time. It is bad and it will impact your health. It will help you physically. It will spoil you physically, and it will spoil your mental health if you are just stuck to the screen throughout the day. Imagine if a grown-up is being impacted physically, is being impacted mentally by sticking to the screen the entire day. Imagine what kind of impact a 4 to 12 year of age group of kids would go through. What kind of bad. Have you not heard about child pornography? This is a very controversial topic, and there is a ruling from Supreme Court very recently as well. I read about it. Children taking selfies naked and posting online. Who did that? Is the child the reason? Is the kid to be blamed about it? No, it is someone else who influenced the kid in a form. Either the kid went ahead, saw somewhere that some idiot, some fool has posted naked pictures, has posted a video naked. Child pornography. And then there are some more idiots and some more fools who are selling it on different areas. Why does that unfortunate situation happen? It's because you purchase that mobile, you purchase that iPad and you gave it to your kid. You could have purchased a Rubik's cube, sorry, a Rubik's cube, excuse me. You could have purchased a Rubik's cube. You could have purchased a chess set. When did you last play chess? Have you ever played with a Rubik's cube? Have you ever played with marbles? Have you ever played with Legos? Did you? Let me know in the comments. If yes, what did you create with those Legos? Legos, yeah. Have you ever played in an open playground? Have you ever played football, cricket? My clothes used to drench with sweat. I sweat a lot actually. I sweat a lot because I'm always angry. The fire inside me is very, very huge. My body temperature always is at a higher state. I could never understand it. Today I could understand that why I sweat so much. Because that fire that burns inside me is so huge. I could have used that fire in a productive manner. Okay. Getting deviated from the topic. Allow your kid to play. Along with education, a child needs that playtime. A child needs that attention of your parent. If your child is actually crying, your child is actually asking for your attention. Your child is not just crying because he got hurt, because he is hungry, he or she is hungry, or just because they need something. Actually, they are seeking your attention in a form. Now, how you are going to attend to your child is going to mold your child, is going to change his future, his or her future. Now, what you do today is going to impact your tomorrow. And some time ago I told in the stream that one single comment can entirely change the entire stream. I wanted to actually take it in a different flow, but thankfully that comment came in and it actually added more to what I wanted to speak, because this is technology. Your screens, your mobiles and your iPads are also a cause for a lot of stress, which will lead towards frustration, and ultimately, since you are thinking, you are overthinking and you are rethinking, it is causing depression. We are touching 1.5 hours, and I promise that I'll conclude this within an hour, extend it to 1.5 hours. Since I touched my cap, I'm trying to wrap up this session, because I do not want to continue for 3 hours. It's already 8:40. You have to go have dinner, you need to be with your family, you have to spend time with your kid. You are stuck to the screen. It's 8:40. You may have a kid at your home who is actually seeking your attention. Your wife may be actually looking for you, but you are here stuck to the screen, looking at me, listening to me. Thank you for this. Yet there is a life outside these screens. Look at that life. Okay, instead of buying these technology products, instead of a mobile and an iPad, please purchase some games, some physical games, and there are very good games that are available on online stores and even at the stores, which will actually help your kid grow up intellectually. It will help towards the intellectual growth and towards the increase of knowledge of your kid. That those games will not cause, there is no way that those games will cause stress, frustration to your kids. If you give a mobile to your kid, if you give an iPad to your kid, the videos which they watch, the messages that they look at, or maybe the conversations that they have with others are actually leading towards more stress, more frustration, and then ultimately, unfortunately, towards depression. The leading cause of depression today is because you are unable to overcome stress and anger. When I say this, you are getting angry. Please understand the underlying factor behind it. If you are angry, sit calmly, say, Om. 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 Release that energy. Release that energy. You will probably feel a little calmer. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. The deeper you inhale, the time that you spend to inhale, spend the same time to exhale. Continue these deep breaths for some time. This is the beginning process of yoga. I cannot do yoga in the physical. I learned yoga long time ago at my school. Thanks to my childhood, that at my school I was taught yoga, how to perform yoga. I learnt all the asanas. Unfortunately, I cannot perform this because I have a physical ailment. I have ankylosing spondylitis, because of which I can't turn my head freely. My neck is frozen, my shoulders are frozen, my back is frozen. I have went through hip replacement surgeries, both my right and my left. It's called as total hip replacement surgery, because of which I cannot perform yoga in the actual physical form, but I can perform yoga in a spiritual way, just by sitting, saying namaskara, and then say Om, Om, Om. When you say Om, you're actually inhaling and exhaling. While you're chanting Om, you're actually inhaling and exhaling, and the breath is actually in a controlled manner. You breathe through your nose, the oxygen enters inside through your lungs and also into your abdomen. You're filled with an energy, and then you're exhaling some energy out of you, and then you are feeling a bit of relief. Sit down and chant Om for some time and tell me whether you felt that vibration or not. If you did not feel that energy, if you did not feel that vibration today, probably when you continue this practice for a certain number of days, you would feel the vibration the moment you chant Om. I feel that vibration in my body. I feel that energy flow in my body when I chant Om, because I have been practicing it from many years. Recently, Ganapati Puja happened. I have the fluency to sit down and then chant all those mantras. We went through the entire book of Ganapati Puja, read all those stories, everything, because that's the kind of knowledge I carry. That is the kind of intellect I carry. When you chant a mantra, it's nothing but through that mantra, you are inviting some energy inside your body. That positive energy, that positive aura, it creates a positive aura around you. People talk about aura being of different colors. Then there are Sapta Chakras in your body, right from here till between your legs. There are 7 different chakras. Each chakra is responsible for some or the other activity that occurs, that happens in your body. In my opinion, the people who always discourage you, left from that people, believe in yourself, that will give you positive vibes and strength. Very well said. This comment is again going to change the flow of the stream. When you move away from negative energy, People who think negatively are nothing but those idiots and fools who are trying to actually pull you down to their level, because they cannot match your intellect level, they cannot match your knowledge. So what they do is they put you in a negative state of mind where you feel stressed, where you feel depressed, where you feel frustrated, and that ultimately leads toward depression. Kindly keep yourselves away from these negative people. The moment you know that the person is of a negative mindset, the moment you understand that all that comes out of that fellow is nothing else but negativity, please kindly move away. Silently say namaste, smile, move away. You're in a WhatsApp group, you're discussing about something, you are saying something very, very beautiful, very, very positive, but there are idiots and fools in that who react in certain ways because they cannot match your level, because they thought. Now imagine this: if someone is scolding you, if someone is reacting negatively to something that you said, then understand the superior meaning to it, that they felt that you are already at a level that they cannot reach, that they cannot touch. So how can they touch you? Is by pulling you down. They will clutch you and will drag you down to their level. Understand the holistic picture. Stay away from these negative people. Allow your kid to go out. Go out with your kid. Play with them in a playground. If there is no playground nearby the area that you stay, at least once in a week, find out there should be playgrounds in your city. There would be park in your city. I don't think there are any cities in Bharat where there are no playgrounds, where there are no parks. Fortunately for us Visagites, we have an ocean right next to us. So we go to the beach, we play with kids over there. Even being an adult, I play at the ocean. There are many stories which I can share about it, but that's going to deviate the topic. Go out with your kid, enjoy, play with them. I'll share an incident with you. Okay, this is back in the day when I was in a job between the period of 2010 and 2019. If I very well remember, it was either 2015 or 14 or 15, something. My neighbors, a 1-year-old, not even a 1-year-old kid. So one fine day, I was introduced to this beautiful child. I'm saying beautiful child not just by the physical presence, but by also how he is from inside. A person is beautiful from both inside and outside. Some are just beautiful inside. I'm ugly from both inside and outside. This beautiful kid. I'm saying beautiful kid because, you know, the kid, if you just give him this brush, if you just give him with this brush, he plays with it for like 2-3 hours. And the way he plays with it, I just look, be with him and you know, spend time with him, and then enjoy that. Stress relief. I shared with you guys that, you know, I have backache issue. But when this kid used to be at my home, just while playing with him, inside the apartment, kids will run from, again, look at a beautiful phase of my life wherein I spent time with a kid who was introduced to me at the age of 3-4 months, and till the time that kid reached almost 2 years. So considerably 1.5 year of the lifetime of an infant that I spent. That kid started walking in my hands. The first time when you feel that your kid, when you are holding your kid and you see that, you know, your kid is able to stand on your feet, it's a beautiful feeling which cannot be expressed in words. You have to feel it. You can feel it when you spend time with your kids. Often I see posts of parents saying that I missed the first time my kid stood up. I have a picture in my family album wherein my hands are like trying to balance myself when I first stood up, of me and my brother as well. When my brother first started taking steps, I was right next to him. If I look at those old pictures, like beautiful memories. So the small kid started walking and then started running. I had to run behind this kid. You don't know where this kid is going to run into, bump into, may get hurt. We feel stressed over there. Yet it's a playful stress. You are at one end, you are getting stressed at the same point of time while running behind your kid. You are kind of enjoying it. You are playing along with your kid. It's a physical activity. It's a mentally happy activity. You look at your child smiling, you smile along with your child. Kids belly laugh, right? For nothing. I have recently saw a Instagram video where actually the infant is sleeping, and in the sleep with this pacifier in his or her mouth, the kid is belly laughing in the sleep. You don't know what the kid is actually dreaming about. A beautiful stage of life. And in that beautiful stage of life, we are spoiling them by giving them screens, by giving them mobiles and iPads. Unfortunate situation, please avoid it. If your kid is getting stressed, ultimately you will get stressed, which will lead towards your frustration. It's spoiled, unfortunately. Let's say, should not say this for anyone, should not happen with anyone, but unfortunately it's happening with everyone almost around you. That in stress and frustration, the kids are going through depression, the parents are going through depression. My mother is going through a depression that I did not get married, that I go through this physical problem or this physical backache issue. Can I do anything about it? No, I cannot. I'm already at the age where getting a marriage proposal is not so possible and feasible. Only a girl or a lady who can understand my issue, my problem, and who can actually bear me both physically and mentally would be ready to get married. Is that going to happen in today's life? No, it does not. I accepted that reality and I'm happy. I accepted the reality that it's a bachelor life for me. I'm happy. I had my share of girls and my share of girlfriends. It was a stressful life. Thank you so much for that. It was a beautiful time as well, where me and my girlfriends spent a time at parks, at oceans, next to the oceans. We spent that was another beautiful stage of life. Now, if you enjoy that particular phase of life, you do not feel stress. Wherein, if you just say that my girlfriend is not texting me, my girlfriend is not replying to my calls and all, namaste Mahesh Sharma, namaste and welcome, then it's a stressful life. It leads towards frustration, and ultimately when you think, overthink, and then rethink about that problem, you will end up in depression. Avoid stress, avoid depression. Avoid stress, avoid those psychiatrists and psychologists, and then you going through a lot of medication. You get depressed, you get mentally unrest, you want to come out of it. For that, you need to consume some medication. You have to visit a doctor and then consume that medication. That medication will in turn lead to some side effects, and to rectify those side effects, you have to take more medication. It is a wrong cycle. We can avoid this wrong cycle by avoiding stress. Today morning, I felt a bit of stress because someone said something about me. Rather than feeling frustrated and angry, I got angry. But how did I use that anger is by this. I wanted to talk about stress, frustration, depression from long time. And Sri Krishna helped me, provided me this opportunity. Today, everything happens for a reason. What happened in the last minute, it's actually carved this particular minute. What's happening today and what's going to happen in the next few hours is going to carve my tomorrow. But tomorrow, we don't know. It's not here yet. So I cannot talk about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow it could be a different topic. Please share your experiences. If you saw someone going through stress, frustration, and if you feel that some person is in depression, please share this with them. Help them overcome stress, frustration, depression. Very, very simple process. Very, very simple process. It does not be so that only Hindus have to chant Om. A person of any religion, caste, creed, group can chant Om. Breathing techniques are not related to a religion. When you perform yoga, when you perform yoga asanas, you are actually relieving your physical body and your Atma of a lot of negative energy. What is this negative energy? Nothing but stress, frustration, and which ultimately leads to depression. If your kid today is at a school where you're paying lakhs and lakhs of rupees as fees and still your kid is not able to grow properly both intellectually and physically, it is time that you change the school. నెలకి ₹1,00,000 అంట ఫీజు, 50,000 అంట, నెలకి 50,000 ఫీజు అంట. మరి ఏం చెప్తున్నారో ఏం చదివిస్తున్నారో నాకు తెలియదు. మా రోజుల్లో నెలకి 1 month of school fees used to be 50 rupees. It's because I studied at a school which was set up by the company where my father has worked. So it was still we had to pay 50 rupees per month. So annually it is nothing. It doesn't even cross 1,000 rupees. Doesn't even cross 1,000 rupees. I'm saying change the school because even though you spend, tell me this very, very honestly, in order to pay the fee, is it not a stressful matter for you? Is it not economically, financially straining matter for you? Does that not stress you? This is September, right? In the month of March, and by May, June or July next year, the next academic year will begin, or September, right? Yeah, October, new semesters would begin for many of the students. So there would be some fees involved to be paid. Are you not correctly thinking about that fee to be paid? In some or the other form, it's going to stress you. Let's say you're paying 1 lakh a month. There are schools where this is happening. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much and welcome. Welcome to Santa's home. I don't even remember when I kept this, but thank you so much for taking that membership. Utpal Kant Singh, thank you so much, welcome. Let's say you're paying some X amount of money, which is more than 10,000 rupees per month to a school. Your kid is getting a holistic educational value. When I say holistic educational value, it's not just limited to books, but it is also involving physical activities, mental activities. Your kid is actually growing physically strong. Your kid is actually growing mentally strong. Your kid is not stressed at school. When your kid comes back home, he comes back home with a smile and says, "Papa, I learned this today." Nowadays, your kid would run to you with their math book and say that, dear father, help me solve this mathematical problem. You and I, we went to school, we went to college long time ago. And now in order to solve that problem, what you have to do, pick up technology, Google how to solve what is Pythagoras theorem. How to solve a plus b whole square. What is the answer to sine theta, tan theta? How much is cos 90 degrees? Thanks to the education that I had back in the day, I still remember a lot about trigonometry, algebra. Maths used to be one of my most favorite subjects because I had a very great teacher in my 10th class. In my intermediate, I flunked in physics. Yet I fetched very good marks in mathematics. I'm interested in biology. My parents, when I drew those diagrams of human body, they thought that he would go become a doctor because he is beautifully drawing the anatomy of a human body. Holistic education back in my day, before the year 2000. Yesterday I talked the importance of the time before the year 2000. Go ahead and watch that video, which is titled Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam Laddu Govinda Govinda. Namaste and welcome. Chat GPT give answers. I practiced previous year question papers. So, paying fees to the, if you are paying more and still getting this holistic upbringing of your child, it is very, very good enough. Go ahead and pay that fee. If it is not, pull your kid out of that school, look for a Gurukulam. Your kid needs what happened in these 2 decades after 2000 till 2024 is done, dusted. At least we have the opportunity to select a school where kids can get holistic education. When I say holistic education, both physical growth and mental growth. Correct? If this is not happening, pull them out of the school. It's not even necessary. Homeschool them, guys. You are capable enough to do homeschooling, right? At least your kid is at your home and you are able to take care of it. Most of us, we have work from home opportunity, right? At least the male or the female, I mean to say the father or the mother, have the opportunity to stay at home, and then while doing work from home, you could take care of your kid. Hence I said it takes a village to bring up a child. Back in my day, I had uncles. When they got married, I got aunties, both from my maternal and from my parental side. They helped me grow. If my parents were unavailable because of XYZ reasons, my uncles, my aunts, they were there to take care of me. I have a very, 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 very big family. I'm very fortunate about this. Hence, long time ago on the stream, I said I was born with a golden spoon. Unfortunate situation. Nuclear families today. That happened with my family as well. That my father, my mother, me, my brother, we had to look for a different home because in a home, in a 2-bedroom home, for 7 to 8 people to stay is very, very difficult. We had a huge terrace outside the other bedroom where you can happily sleep, not in the rainy season, but throughout the rest part of the year. I had the opportunity, I had the blessing that I could happily sleep in the terrace while I'm looking at stars and moons and the passing clouds. During summer, we used to sleep outside on the terrace. The moon used to sing a lullaby. The airflow used to sing lullaby. Today, you are living in an apartment building. If you go to the terrace, all that you find are cables, electrical wires, piping. Even if you want to sleep over there, you have to make space. For mental growth, not written on textbooks. It will teach by teachers. I'll tell you a name, Sadhguru. Go ahead and Google. Just type the word Sadhguru. SADHGURU. That is the suggestion from Google. Yeah, that's actually the word as well. Type the word Sadguru. I did not set up my stream in such a manner that I can share my screen. Isha Foundation, yes. Thank you so much, Vamsi Madhuri, Isha Foundation. Look at his videos. I watch Sadhguru talking about different topics. You know, he has participated in a lot of debates with teenagers, with college students, with people. He visits different countries. Yesterday I saw a video where he spoke with 4 panel members from different countries, with Westerners to be precise. When they heard Sadhguru, they were enlightened in different ways. A lady said that I went through loss of my child, yet I know I understood the fact that I spent X number of years with my child, and when he departed from earth, I knew that, you know, he is at a good place. Hence, I am happy. Sadhguru said, Amma, he didn't say Amma. Thankfully, he said that, you know, just to summarize his words, he said that, you know, you understood the ultimate reality, that you have to exit from here someday. It can be, for me, I know, for me, that if I sleep today, I don't know if I'll wake up tomorrow. I'm of X number of age today. I know that I am only left out with some X or Y number of years, and this is the only time left out for me. I don't know. It can be 24 hours. It can be 2 days. It can only be an hour. If I'm lucky enough, maybe I have 2 months, 3 months, or maybe I have 10 years, maybe I have another 20 years to be here. Let me be happy. I read somewhere that someone asked a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? The kid answered, I want to be happy. Everyone looked at him and said, you are a fool. You are a fool. The kid answered, I want to be happy. How big of a thought it is. That a kid understood the ultimate reality. That when I grow up, I want to be happy. How do you get happy? How would you get happy? Think about it. Think about it for a moment. There are several ways you can get happy. I feel happy when I say Krishna. I feel happy when I chant Om. Gayatri Mantram. Go to YouTube, say Gayatri Mantram. Practice it. Chant it for a couple of times every day. Feel that energy. Enjoy every minute of life by exploring yourself with nature. Very well said. Namaste Vishnu, Namaste, welcome. Yoga. Very well said by Vishnu. I was fortunate enough that at my school I was taught yoga. I learnt all the asanas, and it helped me through my ailment of ankylosing spondylitis. When it was the period in my life when I had to go through surgery, the doctor after the surgery, the doctor, while speaking with my mother, he said that, you know, your kid, he has a lot of tolerance. I never saw such kind of patient as what my doctor told to my mother. How did that happen? Because during my teenage, I did yoga. I played football. I was never that fascinated about cricket, but yeah, I played cricket. The thing is over here is that we went outside and we played under the sun, under the rain. When it started raining back in the day, from a distance, even before it started raining, from a distance I could breathe that fresh mud air, the aroma that you can breathe only before it rains, and it used to be so pure and it used to cause a lot of happiness. And when it started raining, we would run out. My parents never stopped me to do it. My mother would used to scold, saying that you would I have sinus issues as well. Thankfully, it's under control. But back in the day when I was a kid, every 15 days I had running nose. So for 15 days, it's like running nose for me. So parents used to say that, you go play, but be careful while playing in the rain. In my childhood, thankfully, Krishna, thank you so much that we had that opportunity. How many of you, before I ask this question, one day I was after office, I was tired. On the way back to home, it started raining in the bus, in the bus, traveling back home in bus. The distance from my office to my home was like half an hour to 1 hour. Sometimes I used to sleep, sometimes I used to, again, screens were not like this back in the day, mobiles were not like this back in the day, it used to be different. So, not possible to do tick on Twitter, WhatsApp and Instagram. It was, that time it was entirely different. So I used to sleep, used to just look out of the window, it's raining. You see buildings crossing away, the rain splashes onto your face, pure air. You still keep the window open. Gently the rain splashes on your face. And then you see some trees passing by. Another cold breeze hits your face. At a stage of happiness, at a stage of calmness, I spent 10 plus hours at office, and then back to home this happened with me. Get down the bus, and from a distance I had to use my bicycle. Back in the day, bicycling. Vishnu, Chidananda Rupa. Thank you so much. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham mantra is one which make me to come out of stress and depression. Very well said, Vishnu. Thank you so much, Vishnu. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat. You would see that, you must have observed that every time I'm chanting Om, I'm putting my fingers together and I'm pressing it. It's this because I'm controlling this additional energy that I'm inviting into my body, and while this energy is exhaling out of my body, I have to control it in a manner. How does electricity pass? It will pass only when you touch two wires. Your hands, your fingers are like two wires. You're conducting something, your energy is flowing, this electricity is flowing through your body. Let it flow out. Anger is a form of energy. Let it flow out of your body. By chanting Om, by chanting, by breathing, by performing yoga. When you are angry, you must have watched the movie Premikudu. Prabhudeva, Nagma, Sri Balasubramanian Garu, and all. In Premikudu, a very good dialogue, he says, Nagma asks him something, so he counts to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he thinks for a minute, and then he responds. Nagma asks Prabhudeva, why did you count to 10? He said that, you asked me something, and in order to react, in order to answer this in a proper manner, I'm thinking, I thought about it, I contemplated about it, I took a moment of the time, and then I'm responding. When you are angry, count. Physically count. Mentally you may count, but when you're counting mentally, still those thoughts that are flushing into your that is piercing into your mind may not allow you to think properly. Oh my goodness, it is 2 hours 11 minutes that I am talking about it, and it is 9:15. Now I am slightly stressed. I'm slightly stressed because I wanted to complete the stream in 1 hour with a max extension of half an hour, and yet it moved on to 2 hours and 11 minutes. I'm slightly stressed. Okay, happened. I can bring it under control. I'm not getting frustrated because I had a lot of learning today, even from you guys. You're chatting with me, talking to me. We had a discussion about this unfortunate stress leading to frustration, ultimately into depression. Please talk to your kids. If you see a person who is very, very, very silent, you can see those. You can understand that the person is not silent and calm because he is meditating. He or she is the person is meditating, or because you could see in the face of the person that they are sad. Talk to them. Gently approach and talk to them. If you know the person, please go ahead, keep your arm around the person. I understand if it is a male and the other one is a female, the female may feel uncomfortable if you put your hand, but if it is a male and a male, and a female and a female, okay, you put your hand, comfort them, understand that you are comforting them. It's not a sexual feeling that you are putting your arm around the person. The ultimate reason, the ultimate reality is that you are trying to comfort the person. The person is going through a bit of sad stage because of something that happened. For example, let me quote this short story. I'll try to be as brief as possible. In a family of 4, how to control bad thoughts. 18 plus for student, any yoga. I'm so sorry, Vishnu. I do not remember the yogasana for controlling 18 plus bad thoughts, wherein Gayatri Mantram can definitely help you. I heard it from an intellectual person, from a spiritual leader, that Gayatri Mantram can help 18 plus thoughts. Truth needs to be spoken in naked manner. If you want to speak it out, speak the truth in a naked manner. When I say naked manner, it does not mean that you have to remove your clothes and you say the truth, say it. If you don't want to say the truth, stay calm, stay silent. I masturbate every night. I think about some naked girls and I masturbate every night. I relieve that energy out of my body. The day yesterday, I could not masturbate because I spoke about gods, Hinduism, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, Laddu. When I spoke about these many religious issues, including those many gods, I was filled up with spiritual energy. Hence, I could not masturbate yesterday night. When you consume spiritual energy, you will not get those 18 plus thoughts. when you fill yourself with the thoughts of Sri Krishna or the God that you love so much, you will not think about the other aspect. Chant Gayatri Mantram, it will definitely help you a lot. And there are other practices which you can do. Go to temple, listen chantings. You retracted, it's absolutely fine. I can understand it's private. Did you ever see any person openly say that I masturbate at night and this is how I controlled it? Truth in its nakedness. If I didn't want to share it, I didn't want to share it. Who would know that, I would masturbate every night? Would anyone know? No. What you do in your private life is up to you. If you want to talk about it because it will help in a certain cause, if it is going to help a person grow intellectually, say it in a manner, say it in a proper, structured manner so that it can help the other person. You have to speak the truth. Speak the truth in a manner, in a structured manner that it can help the other person. Sri Bhagavad Gita teaches you a lot about life and truth and the ultimate reality that you have to exit one fine day. When you understand this, everything and anything in between is immaterialistic and you will be avoid of all that. It's a journey that you have to go through, avoiding stress, to avoid anger. You avoid stress, you avoid your frustration, you will not get depressed. Practice it. It's a practice you have to do one day after the other. Very, very recently, it happened with me so that, I am in the field of esports game casting. I look at a game that is happening. Let's say, for example, PUBG. The PUBG game is happening, so the players are running around fighting with each other. I look at the screen and I perform commentary on it. That is called as esports casting. In other words, it is nothing, to keep it very, very simple, it is exactly the same as cricket commentary. Okay, so very, very recently, if I understand the reality today, I even did not lose that opportunity, but someone else, I quote X amount in order to perform this commentary, this casting work per hour. I charge X amount of money. A man will never reveal his earnings. So do not ask him. He is not going to share. So per hour, I quote an X amount of money, and there are organizations which pay that much. There are organizations which they do not. I least care about them. I try to negotiate, bring the price up. If I'm satisfied with it, I go ahead and work. If I am not, I just leave it aside and I do something else. In my free time, I look at different videos. I consume intellect. I'm consuming knowledge so that it can help me grow tomorrow. Today, while speaking with you, I'm already consuming something. I'm consuming knowledge via your comments. Even while I'm speaking with you, my mind is going through like 10-20 different thoughts, wherein I'm channelizing every thought and I'm only talking about one. So this is knowledge that is flowing through. There is antarmadhana that is happening inside me, and in that antarmadhana, a lot of knowledge is like cycling through this, that, blah, 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 blah. During this process, I completely forgot why I got angry on that WhatsApp conversation. So look at the change of events. If you look at a certain aspect in a certain manner, your perspective would change the next part. If you look at a certain aspect, let's say a child is crying. One perspective, you go pick up the child in your arms, you comfort the child, maybe sing a song, maybe play a game along with your child. not using technology. Please keep the technology aside. If you want to play a song, play the song, keep the mobile aside, and then you are not able to sing the song, right? So you are holding your child, your mobile is playing a song, and then you perform a small dance. You're carrying your child, and then this is one way of doing it. On the other way, the child is crying. Every time you cry, every time you do that, you do whatever you want to do that, you are getting frustrated, you are getting stressed. What is the impact that would leave on the child? Did you understand why even the child is crying? No. Will this not lead towards depression ultimately? It does. One way or the other, it is going to impact your children. One way or the other, it will impact you in the future. You may ask me how it is going to impact me in the future. You did not attend your crying child. Your child remembers that at maybe some time in the future, when your child has grown up, started working somewhere, your child just came back home from the office after a stressful day. Today, every profession is filled with stress, no matter what you say, every job has a stress. Yes, only that person who can find relief in the job and enjoy the job, for example, doctors, people in the medical profession. During COVID, did they not all serve us in the PPE suits throughout the day, working 24, 36 hour, 48 hour shifts, and still they continued serving humankind, because of which we are all here. Thanks to the person who invented the vaccine, made in Bharat vaccine. Had that not happened, we wouldn't have been alive today. We don't even know what kind of mutation COVID went through. Those persons enjoyed their job. They did not feel stress. They did not, they felt stress, yet they did something which helped them get out of the stress, not feel frustrated, not get depressed, which helped us. You are not attending to your child will remember it tomorrow, after growing up, after getting out of the job, after a long stressful day. When your child comes back home, you tell your child something immediately, you understood, right? Why did that happen? Because you did not attend to your crying child 20 years ago. 20 years later, this is what your child will tell you. You pick up your child, you love your children. Everyone loves their children. The way everyone loves their children differs from person to person. There are ways you love your children, right? For their holistic growth, temple should be run by government or how to Sanatana Dharma, brother? Vishnu, I cannot connect today's topic to this. What I would suggest, Vishnu, is that please look at yesterday's stream, which is titled Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam Laddu. I live streamed it yesterday. It is 3-hour long stream. So I highly recommend you to watch it at the speed of 2 times. You can increase the speed of the video in YouTube, right? Utilize that, watch the entire stream. I have covered the part where the temple should be run by government or by Hindus. Not just Hindus, the person can even be non-Hindu, provided that they are faithfully serving the God. Now, since today's, good that you asked this. Someone adulterated the cow ghee. Someone else found it. Stressful situation. I got frustrated out of it. For Hindus, cow is a sacred animal. Tirumala Tirupati Laddu is a very, very sacred prasadam for Hindus. Even non-Hindus When we offer Tirumala Tirupati Laddu even to non-Hindus, they consume it with utmost devotion. What is the reason parents are not able to spend time with kids in the stressful screens, Amma? Intiki, you are back at home, and after when you come back home, what do? You are doing tiki on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter. Your boss is asking you something. Tell your boss, fuck off. Sorry, YouTube is going. Sorry, YouTube. I completely got sighted. I'm extremely sorry I used that word. Tell your boss, I'm done with my day at office. Now I'm at home. This is my personal time. There is a very good short film which talks about office politics, and the guy in the lead role on the video, he for half an hour, for 10 minutes straight, he says that, my half day at office is over. I'm going to enjoy the rest half of the day. I will go out with my girl to a movie, or maybe go visit a park, or maybe to the beach, and I will spend the next half of my day happily. Did I not tell you that if a kid was asked, what do you want to be when you are a grown up? The kid very simply answered, I want to be happy when I'm a grown up. Are you happy as a grown up? If you are not, there are ways to become happy. Not by consuming alcohol, not by consuming substances. Toxicity, intoxication is not an answer for being happiness. You can get intoxicated just by breathing. Just by breathing properly, yes. Please remember, it's a technique which needs to be practiced properly. If you practice this in an improper manner, again, that would lead to bad health. Because if you do not breathe in a proper manner, the swasa kriya, if it is not performed correctly, it would lead towards more ailments. So one reason, you get back home, you want to attend to your kid, still you have a laptop. Nowadays every software employee one laptop on one hand and then mobile. This laptop is actually like a dog's belt. It's like a leash that your boss has tied to your neck. When you enter a software job, when you get your laptop, actually, you know what? You proudly share it amongst everyone, saying that I got a new Dell laptop, some company laptop, some Acer laptop, or maybe some other one. I got a Mac from my office, and you're like proudly sharing it with your MacBook from your office, and you're proudly sharing amongst your friends. One friend like me will comment over there saying that, brother, it's actually a very costly 1 lakh dog leash that your boss has tied to your neck, that even after going home you have to sit before that laptop doing tiki. Put aside that laptop, turn off your mobile. If your boss is not allowing you to be with your kids, turn off your mobile. The max that can happen is that you lose your job. There are hundreds of jobs, man. When I left my job, or when I lost my job in 2019, what I used to do was banking and finance, day in and day out, perform audits, day in and day out, perform financial analysis. I lost that job. What I did, I started exploring, why not into gaming? Why not into gaming? I love gaming from my childhood, so why not convert into a profession? And I started exploring YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and the other social media platforms, and today here I am. That is max that can happen. You lose one job, you find something else. If you are not finding the same kind of job, explore a different profession altogether. It is never late to learn. Today morning I saw an Instagram post wherein a CSGO team has won a tournament. The average age group of that CSGO team is 64 years. The youngest amongst that group is 62 years. And they have won a CSGO tournament. Age is just a number. What is the spirituality? Many of them think spirituality means which is related to mantra and praying idols, which is spiritual. No. Praying to an idol is a religion and it is a belief. Belief is different, spirituality is different. Religion is different, spirituality is different. When you look at a religion will teach you about a god in a form, in an idol. Let's say Mahavishnu and his incarnations in Bhagavan Sri Ram, Jai Sri Krishna, in form of God Sri Venkateshwara. When you look at Sri Mahashiva, Shivudi avataralu, there are many forms of Shiva. There are many goddesses in different forms. Amma Shakti, Sri Matre Namaha. Religion teaches you about something, about which ultimately leads you into a spiritual path. Everything ultimately leads you towards that ultimate truth which cannot be avoided. Right? Religion will teach you about the number of gods, about Vedas, about Upanishads, about etc. etc. In spirituality, you are exploring the truth. In spirituality, it is like unending journey where you are exploring one after the other, after the other, after the other. Yesterday when I was reading about, day before yesterday when I was researching about what happened at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, it was like a truth-seeking journey. I came across several things, that the atrocities that I have performed at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. I also shared a lot about, in a 3 hours long video yesterday, I shared a lot about what was my experience when I visited Tirupati. So it was a journey. It's a truth-seeking journey. Spirituality is an unending process where you're seeking truth in different forms. If you think that, okay, let me find out about, let me share this that happened actually with me. I wanted to learn about Bhagavad Gita. I'll openly say that I have not read Bhagavad Gita, but I wanted to learn about Bhagavad Gita. I asked Google. There is this beautiful phrase in Bhagavad Gita which I adore a lot. And it gives very deep meaning. The meaning is so that, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyutanam tadatmanam sujamyaham. And it continues, the phrase continues. The meaning to it is like, I'm so sorry, Krishna kshaminchandi, sarigga nenu cheppalakapanu. I'm so sorry, I got mixed up, my thoughts got mixed up, and the phrase went into a different way altogether. The meaning of this is that whenever Sri Mahavishnu, Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says that whenever adharma is increasing, let it be in any time, in any form, I'll come in a different form in order to eradicate this adharma in one or the other way. If it's not me, I'll send someone in a form that someone has my essence, and then someone will take you through the path towards the ultimate reality. Read about, seek the truth. I wanted to learn about this. I read this phrase on a poster. I wanted to know, what does this mean? Back in the day, I did not had Bhagavad Gita in my hand. Talk with friends or juniors like me, you will be free, bro. I wanted to learn about that phrase. So I started my spiritual journey through seeking, understanding the meaning of it, and what is the actual meaning behind it. What led towards the facts of it. Talk to your friends. Very well said. Very well said. You are in stress, you are in frustration, you feel that you are being depressed. Talk to your friends. Friends who are intellectual, or even friends who actually love you. You are in depression. Talk to a friend. A friend can be in the form of a father, a mother, a brother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, or someone who is not even related to you by blood or by genetics. Talk to a friend who is intellectually grown, who has knowledge. Unfortunately, we are surrounded by fools and idiots who will try to bring you down to their level. Those kind of friends are waste. When will we learn Bhagavad Gita? There is a situation where I have been. గరికపాటి నరసింహారావు గారు, చాగంటి కోటేశ్వరరావు గారు. బాబా వింటుంటే స్వామి శరీరం మనసు పులకరించిపోతుంది. మా బాబోయ్, ఎంత ఆనందం, ఎంత ఆనందం, బ్రహ్మానందం. వెన్ యూ లిసన్ టు గరికపాటి నరసింహారావు గారు, చాగంటి కోటేశ్వరరావు గారు, ఎంత ఆనందం, ఎంత రవణానందం. కళ్ళు మూసుకుని listening to what they are saying about Bhagavad Gita, about Krishna, about Hinduism, about the religion, about spirituality. Shravananandam vintunte. You close your eyes, you imagine about it, looking at Sri Krishna, looking at Sriman Narayana. The picture of Lord Venkateshwara is right in front of your eyes and you're listening to this. Such a beautiful feeling. Okay. If I speak like this, we'll continue and it will be like hours together, and there could be like n number of examples, and those examples will lead to more discussion and it will continue. It will be an unending process. To conclude all this, guys, simply to keep it very, very simply, if you are going through stress, or if you see a person who is going through stress, if you see a person who is going through depression, kindly attend to the person. Or maybe if you cannot attend to the person, kindly share these kind of videos, not just my videos, videos of Sadhguru from Isha Foundation, videos of Garikipati Narasimharao garu, Chaganti Koteshwarrao garu. Share these videos with them. Help them get out of that stress, out of that negative energy, out of that depression. Maybe if you have time attending to that person, take the person into your arms and say, comfort them. If you see a person crying, you just stand. It is not even necessary that you have to put an arm around. Just stand next to the person calmly and just be there. Don't even have to say anything. After few moments, that person will realize, okay, I have someone next to me. It is a comforting feeling. Isn't it or not? Help them, talk to them. If you personally are going through depression, talk to someone intellectual. Chant Om, practice breathing techniques, practice yoga. It will happen day after the day after the day, that you start one fine day and then you continue. If you do something for 21 days, if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a practice. Sorry, Vishnuvardhan, before I could read, you have retracted your comment. My mother is asking me, are you going to have dinner? Probably even at your home, someone must be asking the same. Kasep, avgotestam. Kasepatlo ayipothadi. Okay. So yeah. So if someone is going through stress, frustration, and if you think that this will lead towards depression, kindly be with them. If you can't talk to them, share the videos, or maybe just stand next to them, help them, because you are saving a life. Saving a life is so much close to the ultimate reality. It is a seva that you are indirectly performing to God. To keep it, to summarize everything, if someone, you will get stressed because someone said something to you, you did not like it. If we have 2 years, this is what I have been hearing. There are two things: you hear, you listen. If someone said something, you just hear from one ear, from the other ear, let it go. You listen to understand. You listen to consume the knowledge. Do you know, I heard about Osha, I did not see the videos. If you know how is he different from Sadhguru, I'm so sorry, I do not know, I did not see about Osho. Maybe I'll look at it, wherein I know Sadhguru and the way he preaches it. I like the way Sadhguru preaches it. I like the way Garikapati Narasimha Rao garu, Chaganti Koteshwara garu, they teach spirituality. Okay. Namaste and welcome, Gautam. Hi Santosh, good to see you after many years. You are Are Sunil Gautam, one of my childhood friend from a intermediate. We went through a lot. Okay, now you're a very different person now than I know you were. Teenagers kadra, Gautam apatlo. By the way, please check out Gautam Singh's channel. He performs karaoke, beautiful songs. Please check out his channel. Okay, to summarize everything, guys, stress is caused because you heard something. Hearing and listening are two different things. Understand the difference between hearing and listening. You heard something, you did not like it. Maybe through this video, you heard something, you did not like it. Let it go the other ear, or maybe tell that person that you did not like it. Telling that person will also lead towards frustration. Please remember this. If you heard something, you did not like it, you talk to that. If you want to express something about it, please remember that it will lead to anger as well. There will be anger aspect involved at it. So everything is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then depression. One thing will lead towards other, the other thing will lead to something else, and that will lead towards something else, and ultimately you are facing depression. So kindly remember that every action has its own equal and opposite reaction. Did we not learn about it in school? We learnt about it in school, right? At least we learnt about it in school. I don't know if today it's being taught or not. So, someone said something, you will feel, if you listen to it and then if you feel about it, you will feel stressed, you'll get angry, and then sometime you'll get depressed. Something happened in your day, you did not get the amount of salary you're looking for, you did not get a promotion, you're getting stressed. Think about it, look at it in a holistic manner, look at it from the outer perspective, from a different perspective. Sir, may I know about you something? Your session is really amazing. First time I thank YouTube for suggesting your video. May I know, when you said you want to know more about me, could you please elaborate? What would you like to know about me? So going back, okay, so someone said something, or you wanted to get something, you wanted to get X amount of salary, you did not get it. You wanted to get a promotion, you did not get it. Understand why did you not get that X amount of salary. Understand why did you not get that promotion. Why you didn't get it, but someone else got it at the office. Understand the reason behind this. Maybe you lacked some knowledge. Maybe you need to grow more knowledgeably, mentally, in order to get that salary. Back in the day, between the time of 2007 and 2019, I worked at an office. My first paycheck was 16,000 rupees. When I exited from office, it was 40,000 rupees. So from 16,000 to 40,000, it was a journey. It took time. It took a lot of hurdles. In between, I left job at this office. I went to Hyderabad. I got a different job because I wanted to get a hike in my salary. You know what happened over there? The HR told me that it is you who approached us. It is not that we called you. Hence, you will get this much of salary. And the hike was hardly 20%. And I was under the impression that if I leave my job at Visakhapatnam, go to Hyderabad, get a job, I'll get a salary hike of 50%, 60%, 70% or 90%. Or maybe even 100% hike karke. I went to Hyderabad. What happened? At Hyderabad, I had to work for a hike of 10-20%. That's a different story altogether, and if I share it, it will be one big stream as well, another 3-hour stream. That's a different thing altogether. To cut it short, I did not get the hike. I felt stress, both financially, physically, mentally. It led towards frustration. One fine day, my mother called me. I was at Hyderabad and I was sipping whiskey. In stress, in frustration, in depression. I was in depression at Hyderabad. I was sipping whiskey when my mother called and she was crying on the phone. She missed me since 3 months. I'm out of home, 3 or 4 months, somewhere out of the home. She was crying on the phone. Chinni, I'm missing you. And crying. What I said is, Amma, phone bitte. I packed my bags. I left Hyderabad. I didn't even tell my roommate. My roommate was looking at me shocked. But what happened to this guy? All of a sudden packed his bags and is leaving. And my other friend over there is like, Arey, yentra ilagilpotuna chappa cheyakunda. What happened? What did? And he was shocked. I just packed my bags and I left Hyderabad. I came back. I rejoined the office where I left. What happened in this process is that I lost 2 lakhs rupees, ma. I'm saying 2 lakhs rupees because every year you get a salary hike at the end of the financial year, right? When I left the job, I lost that particular hike. When I re-entered, I'm not eligible for the next hike. Stress, anger, frustration. I saw my friends getting a salary hike after my rejoining. I did not get it. I got frustrated. Yet, the humbleness was so that thankfully you got the job back. Thankfully the company took me back even though I left. Even though I resigned, complete the formalities and left, they all knew. The management knew that, I went to Hyderabad and I joined a different office, a different company altogether. Yet, when I approached them, they took me back. I'm thankful for that. What is the underlying meaning behind it? Is that look at what you have already with you and be happy about it, be satisfied with it. If let's say that you're only getting 20,000 or 30,000 rupees per month, still if you're able to make the ends meet, that if you're able to pay your rent or maybe if you're able to pay your home loan EMI, you are able to pay your electricity, you are able to pay the water if you have a water bill, then if you are able to pay a cable, after doing all this, if you are able to get all the groceries, you are able to eat 3 times or 4 times a day, and still if you are able to save 1,000 or 2,000 at the end of the month, and you are posting those funds in a fixed deposit for some future purpose, or maybe you are posting those funds in a fund for a future purpose, as a savings, as an investment, you are already blessed. I agree, you need more money in order to buy an iPhone. Can't you do it in EMIs? Is your home, is it necessary that you need to have your own home, or is it necessary that you need to purchase an iPhone? Which one is more necessary? Is it necessary that you save X amount of funds as a medical fund? and keep it aside, lock it in a fixed deposit. There are ways you can lock fixed deposit for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. I have financial background, so I know a lot about deposits, funds, blah, 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 blah. So I can talk about it in a different stream altogether. Is it necessary that you need to save this amount for your health purposes? I shared with you guys that, I went through total hip replacement surgery. Each surgery costed me 3.5 lakh. So the entire thing was a costly affair of almost 7 to 8 lakhs. How did I spend that much money at a salary of 40,000 per month? I saved some, and then I timed it with my bonus in the month of March. If everyone gets a bonus in the month of March or April. Am I wrong? It's there. Time everything. Properly plan your financial being. You will avoid a lot of stress. When the doctor told me that, Santosh, you need to spend 3.5 lakh for the surgery, which covers the implant, the medicines, the doctor fee, etc., etc., I felt stress. But then I looked at Shirdi Sai Baba, I don't know how am I going to fetch 3.5 lakhs. My bank balance is hardly 1.5 lakh. I don't know how am I going to get the remaining amount. In my household back in the time, we are not that financially stable that we can all of a sudden we can bring 2 lakhs for a surgery. Now imagine the situation. Let's say no Jai Shri Krishna Kapadalandan. Imagine that you need an emergency fund. How will you get it overnight? Who is going to help you? I know Krishna will provide in one way or the other, but imagine this. Let's talk about reality. Let's come to truth. Who is going to give you those funds? Thankfully, I had a group of people who helped me back in the day. I'm unable to repay them even now. Even if I want to repay them, my monthly earnings are not even crossing 20,000 rupees. One more reality. People think that everyone on YouTube, Facebook, gaming are earning in lakhs. It does not. That is not the reality. The stressful situation involved in content creation is totally different. I can show you my bank balance and you will say, someone said that IT is going to raid Santa because he's earning. I laughed and I said, yeah, let the IT people visit my place, because when they visit my place, when they do all the audit and everything else, I'll show all the earnings, no worries at all. When everything is done, they will actually go to a bank, tell the bank people that Santosh requires a loan, Santa needs a loan, please provide him because his financial situation is that bad. Reality. Stress. I am frustrated all the time. I am going through depression. I am personally going through depression. Thankfully, Shri Krishna is with me. Shirdi Sai Baba is with me. I look at Shirdi Sai Baba and say that, Baba, Dari Chupinchal. I look at, when I wake up in the morning, I look at Shri Krishna. I say, Hey Pardasarathi, దయచేసి మా రథసారథిగా ఉండి ధర్మ మార్గాన్న మమ్మల్ని నడిపించండి. Translate, Hey Krishna, you have been the charioteer of Arjuna in Mahabharata. Please be my charioteer of my Jevana Radha, of my life chariot, and guide me through that path, is what I ask the God. I beg God for work, I beg God for more money. And then I realized how much is actually needed to survive. Then I understood the fact, the reason why I'm not getting a certain work order is because I'm lacking some knowledge. First of all, I have to become that knowledgeable person. I have to practice something. I have to practice my English, my vocabulary, my communication skills. Now, you have been listening to me since 2.5 hours and it's about to touch 3 hours. My goodness. You may say that I don't think you need more communication skills. No, buddy, I need more communication skills because I'm looking at a bigger picture, which I can't share with you. I do not want to limit myself to India. I want to explore the market at different regions, and for that I need communication skills much more than what I possess today. I'm practicing eye-to-eye contact in the camera because the camera presence has to be different. So through this stream, I'm actually practicing my communication skills, my camera presence. Till the time I told you this, you did not know the actual reason why I did it. There is one more reason to it which I shared at the beginning of the stream. That I have faced stress, I have faced frustration, I'm already going through depression. There was a phase in my life where when I wanted to commit suicide. Before 2019, it was 2017, 2018, 2019. Because of my ailments, because of my surgeries, not getting marriage proposals. Even though I propose a girl, the girl has rejected. Stress, frustration, anger. I looked at marriage sites. I don't want to take the name. Looked at marriage sites, and then there are sent proposals to two girls, got the contact numbers, started speaking with the family members of the girl. They are from Hyderabad. I'm at Visakhapatnam. They are from Hyderabad. So they asked me for my horoscope. You know the process in a marriage proposal, right? They ask you for a horoscope. Then your horoscope is with the guy's horoscope matched with the girl's horoscope. If it is matched, that's when you start talking about more about the proposal. When the horoscope was matched, I called the person involved on the conversation, the family member of the girl, and said that, so sir, the horoscope has matched, so let's talk further. The person said, brother, Hyderabad is far away from Visakhapatnam. I was like, what? He said, you Dormandi, Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam, Dormandi. And I'm like, okay. So sir, I have friends who are at USA. And if when it is needed, they take a flight. They take a flight in the morning, and by the next day morning or by the next day afternoon, the person who is living at USA is in India. And you're talking about the distance between Visakhapatnam and Hyderabad. Unfortunate situation. Fools and idiots. Thanks to Krishna from saving me from that kind of family. I'm looking at a bigger picture. I felt stressed that the person rejected my proposal, quoting that Visakhapatnam and Hyderabad, it is a huge distance. You take a bus from Visakhapatnam, you reach Hyderabad in the morning. You take a flight from here, the overall journey is not more than 2 to 3 hours. I looked at the bigger picture. I understood the fact. Manchide ende kudaraledu somehow. Yemo, tomorrow morning they'll say something else. One more reason for depression, marriage life. And if I talk about it, it will be an endless topic. You are getting aged. Vruddhapyam uchchestundi. The ultimate reality, you are feeling stressed that you are getting aged. You are feeling stressed because you are getting white hair. Can you avoid it? You cannot. Can you avoid aging? You cannot. It's a natural process. Can you stop yourself from aging to 50 years, 60 years? You can't. You have to. And after reaching a certain age, or maybe after completing your life cycle that has been decided for you on this realm, you have to exit. It's an ultimate reality. Why are you getting stressed that you are going to die? I can understand that unfortunately a person who is suffering with cancer has to suffer the cancer knowing the fact that the person is going to die. Ultimate reality, the person is fighting with cancer, and while fighting with cancer, the person is already going through a physical stressful situation, and on top of it, there are people surrounding him with negative energy. If there are people surrounding him with positive mindset, people surrounding the person with cancer as well can get healed sooner than it had to be. If the person who is already suffering with cancer, going through a physical ailment, going through that chemotherapy, etc., treatment, and is surrounded by negative people, it is going to lead to frustration, stress, and the person, unfortunately, rather than getting healed, is going to have a different outcome, very, very unfortunately. Right? Why are you getting stressed? Okay. Back in the day, I have ankylosing spondylitis. I know that it can't get healed. All that I can do is get a surgery done, do some physical activity, do some exercises, so that I am mobile, so that I can't move my neck because I stopped doing neck exercises. Naked truth. Had I continued neck exercises, had I continued shoulder exercises, that therapy, it would have been different. Okay, so to summarize everything, guys, every situation will lead towards something else. If you avoid the first situation, if you try and rectify the situation number 1, the situation number 2 would not happen. Very good example which I said is that someone said something to you which you did not like. Here, leave, forget about it, move. Someone said something to you, you hear, you think about it, and you said, how dare that person told me that. Unnecessarily you're cooking anger in your head. Unnecessarily you are giving a place, a free rented home in your head to that person, and that person is having fun at your expense. Avoid that person, forget about what the person said, move on, avoid anger, avoid depression. Thank you so much for listening with me. Vishnuvardhan Reddy Malla, are you still here? Sir, you asked me a question and I did not answer. I needed a clarification. You wanted to know more about me. I asked you what exactly you wanted to know. You didn't answer it. So if you're still here, I'll speak for 5 or 10 minutes only with you. So please let me know in the comments. Okay, seems like Vishnu has left the chat. No issues. So yes guys, thank you so much for listening to my blabber. I tried not to extend this session for 3 hours. I wanted to conclude it within an hour. Unfortunately, some beautiful topics, some beautiful required essential discussions emerged, unearthed, and it needed to be addressed. So it continued and it moved on, and for 3 hours I had a beautiful discussion with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I feel privileged that I have this opportunity to talk to you guys. We will meet very, very soon in the next live stream, probably tomorrow. I'll come up with another topic. I have a content creation idea in my head and I'm formulating it. I'm slowly giving it a form. It's related to entertainment solely. Entertainment. I don't want to give a sneak peek. Wait for it. So tomorrow is 25th, the day after 26th. Actually 26th I have a commitment. Maybe even tomorrow I will have a commitment which I have to take care of. So probably 25th, 26th I would not be available. Then 27th, 28th, 29th for sure. Even 30th I will not be available at all. Follow me on Instagram in order to know why I will not be available at all on these days. Krishna Prasadam, something good happened, and I will share that on my Instagram as a story, just like I share about every live stream that I conduct on YouTube. I will try to share it on my Facebook story, on my WhatsApp statuses, and on I will try to post on YouTube as a on the discussion board, so that you get notified. If you want to be notified about everything, kindly subscribe, change the notification to high priority. On the bell icon, you'll see that when you click on it, you'll get a option called as all, that is like high priority. So you'll get notified immediately. Namaste Naresh, welcome. That is one. Then please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I actively share stories on Instagram about every content that I post. So I'll be looking forward for you guys over there as well. And I'm also looking forward to meet you very, very soon on the next live stream for one more beautiful discussion. If you would like me to ఎలా ఉన్నారు అన్నయ్య, ఓల్డ్ టీమ్మేట్స్తో కలిసి ఆడండి బ్రో కుదిరితే. బాగున్నానండి నరేష్ గౌడ్ గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. చాలా టైం తర్వాత వచ్చారు, మంచిగా అనిపించింది. ఓల్డ్ టీమ్మేట్స్తో ఆడడానికి ప్రయత్నించాలి అనుకుంటే నేను కొన్ని అనుకుంటున్నాను చెయ్యాలి కంటెంట్ క్రియేషన్ కోసం అని చెప్పేసి. దట్స్ వాట్ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ సర్టెన్ ప్లాన్స్ విచ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ త్రూ దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్. Then I have certain commitments towards the end of this month. So it may not be possible, whereas నేను ప్రయత్నం అయితే చేస్తాను ఆడటానికి. ఈ మధ్యలో ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను ఆడాలి బీజిఎంఐ అని అంటే మొబైల్లోనే ఆడాలి, ఎందుకంటే ఎమ్యులేటర్లో ఆడడానికి కుదరడం లేదు, బ్యాన్ చేసేస్తున్నారు, అవ్వదు కూడా. మొబైల్లోనే ఆడాలని అంటే కొంచెం కష్టం, ఎందుకంటే చత్వరం లాగా అయిపోయింది, అంత క్లియర్గా కనిపించట్లేదు, అంత ఫాస్ట్ కూడా లేదు, అంత ప్రాక్టీస్ కూడా లేదు. ఆడితే పక్కా నూబుల్ లాగా ఉంటాం. ద గేమ్ ప్లే దట్ యూ గైస్ ఆర్ లుకింగ్ ఫర్ ఇస్ లైక్ పట్టసే హెడ్ షాట్, ద ఓల్డ్ శాంటా ఫ్రమ్ పబ్జీ ఫ్రమ్ 2019, 2021. You guys are there since then on the stream. So కొంచెం కష్టం, ప్రయత్నిస్తాం, చూద్దాం. మాట్లాడాలి ఓల్డ్ టీమ్మేట్స్ అందరితో, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి మాట్లాడాలి, వాళ్ళకి ఏం కమిట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయో చూడాలి. ఎందుకంటే అంతకుముందు అంటే ఎలా అని అంటే మార్నింగ్ 9 o'clock అండ్ దెన్ ఈవినింగ్ 5 o'clock 6 o'clock వీఆర్ రెడీ ఫర్ ద లైఫ్ స్ట్రీమ్. టుడే వీ హ్యావ్ అదర్ కమిట్మెంట్స్ కదా. సో ఇట్స్ మే నాట్ బీ దట్ పాసిబుల్ టు ఫార్మ్ regroup with the old teammates and then play the game. Still we will try. I cannot promise anything, because if I say I'll play, I have to play in order to keep my word. And you know, Santa is strict about what I say. If I say I'll do it, I'll do it, irrespective of the outcome. Ads run అవుతున్నాయి అన్నయ్య. ఓయ్ nice. So yes, yesterday one serious topic about Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam Laddu, that was 3 hours long. Today another serious topic, avoid stress, frustration and depression. One more serious topic. I hope that you got a bit of learning out of this. And then 2 ads వచ్చాయి. Thank you. So I hope that you learned about it. Please share this with your friends. It's this one as well as 3 hours long. So what I recommend is, if it is this long, share and tell them to watch it on 2 times speed, so that you know the time is saved, or maybe watch it in parts. Okay. ప్రసాదము కల్తీ జరిగే అవకాశం. మరి నరేష్ గారు అక్కడ అవకాశం లేదు అని మనం అంటున్నాం, అది కూడా ఒప్పుకోవాలి. అయ్యింది అని అన్నారు, అది కూడా ఒప్పుకోవాలి. నిజం అనేది ఏంటి అనేది కొంతవరకు బయటకు వచ్చింది, ఇంకా బయటకు వస్తుంది. దాని మీద ఈవెన్ సీకింగ్ ద ట్రూత్. 3 దశల టెస్ట్లు ఉంటాయి అంట. సార్ అయ్యింది అని అంటున్నారు, రిపోర్ట్ ఉంది, అనాలిసిస్ నంబర్స్ వచ్చాయి. సో అగైన్ దట్ వాజ్ yesterday's topic. Today's topic was different. I hope that you know I helped you in one way or the other in order to overcome stress, frustration, and which ultimately leads to depression. I hope that you know this could be helpful to someone. Having said that, thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Matre Namaha. ధన్యవాదాలు. తొందరలో కలుద్దాం.